This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Aunts and Uncles Studios of Arizona, RDA Felder recap, controversy, MMA news, phone calls with the MMA host. I got some I got some sun today, Jesse. Look at this.
Hey, you look good.
I'm a tan
Why do
man.
you have to go all the way over here to see it?
I'm a tan man.
Okay.
Happy Monday, friends. We have a wonderful, wonderful show for you tonight.
Yeah.
As we are going to stream. Actually, we are streaming. We're going to be talking about the fights that happened this weekend. Felder RDA. We got some MMA news to get into. Breaking news into your face balls.
Also, we're an hour early.
And we are an hour early, yes. Oh, you know what I forgot to do?
What?
Hold on a second, Jess. Let me. Oh, I knew I forgot something here, Jesse. Let me just do this. Hold on a second. We are live on Facebook and that was
really
no,
gross.
that was chocolate mint. That was a chocolate mint burp. There we go. 34
or it
likes.
was
Hit
the
the
steak
like.
you had.
No, it wasn't the steak. Trust me, it was a chocolate mint that I dropped into my coffee. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We have 20 minutes to extend the show. We'll do a save if you want to add on to the 20 minutes. And we want to hear your phone calls tonight. Hopefully this time slot works nicely. If it doesn't, then we'll go back to an hour later. But, you know, a lot of people on the East Coast, they have work the next day. They don't want to stay up all hours of the evening. So I know the West Coast people, you know, we're starting early for you guys, but let's see if this time works out. And let me know what you think about that in the chat. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Felder gets, he loses. I mean, we all pretty much knew this, right? Oh, no, actually, no, you didn't, because you all said that fucking Felder was going to win this fight. Well, 60% of you did. I don't understand what the hell was going on there, but all right, listen, Irish Dragon is he's a cool dude. He's a fun guy to root for, but I think you guys are, I don't know, let's just say
Casual.
And speaking of casuals, one of the judges agreed with you. So I don't know what the hell is going on here. But anyway, RDA gets the job done. He looked great. He looked really, really good. I think he could make another run with Khabib on his way out, or maybe he is out. I do believe that RDA is a player. A lot of people are talking down on Dos Anjos. A lot of people aren't giving this man the respect that he deserves. This guy is a former champion. Yes, he is pushing 40 years old, but he looked great. He looked absolutely great. A man who trained for basically, hey, let's roll around on the mat, you know, with the Makhachev guy. He goes against a pure striker, like a completely different approach within 3 to 5 days notice. I think RDA looked fantastic. What do you think?
Yeah, I think RDA looks great, Moss. I think that fight turned out to be exactly what we should have expected. Everyone was like super high on Felder in this fight, and rightfully so. I mean, he did have, you know, he did seem like he had a lot that he wanted to prove. But it turned out exactly how all of us should have expected it to turn out.
All right. So now that that's done, we can talk about possible matchups and yada, yada, yada. But let's get down to this judge that said Felder won the fight. I do not know what that judge was watching, and this has been happening a lot lately where one judge is just like, I'm just going to pretend I know what the hell's going on right now and just be like, 30 down the scorecard and say, that guy won.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
I can't remember who it was. Someone screenshotted, though, at one of the most recent events. I think it was just a couple weeks ago, where a judge was just texting on his phone, no fucks given, in the middle of a fight, not even paying attention to the fight. So it goes to show here that when there's no crowd and there's no pressure to pay attention, the judges just fucking, they don't care. No
yeah, we've
fucks
seen
given.
it firsthand. We've seen it firsthand where judges are kind of just hanging out. And listen, sometimes it gets boring. Sometimes you want to play a little, I don't know, Tetris on your phone, or you want to play Temple Run instead of watch the fights. It's just messed up. It really is messed up. RDA gets the win, and I guess we can move past this, but it's kind of weird. Let's see the scorecards. You said you put it up on the MMA-HOLES.com.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's call this person out, right?
I mean, if
Is
that's
that
what
what-
you want to call it.
Yeah, let's see who the lunatic is.
Calling people out.
Well, maybe they're playing Among Us. Yeah, I said Temple Run. That's really dating myself, Jesse. I'm having a
At least
date
I know
with
what
myself.
the name of Temple
You
Run
ever played
is.
Temple Run?
No, but I've heard of it.
It's a bunch of Jews running into a temple.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's a joke, a bad joke. No, it's a guy just running for his life, and it's a very annoying game. That I don't even know if they even have the store on the store still. Okay, where's the story? This one here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jew Temple Run. Okay,
What? Why'd you look at me like that?
I'm admiring your beauty. All right, let's see. Let's go. I want the judge's. I want his name. Off with his head.
Chris Lee.
He's got the same name as me.
It must be a Chris thing, Moss.
Come on.
The not paying attention.
What kind of stupid ass is this?
Oh shit!
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But all right. So
Oh
Chris
come on,
Lee,
that was a good joke, and you know it.
when you say "oh shit," then I know
That's me patting myself on the back for my own joke.
that I'm not going to understand the joke. All right. So Chris Lee, what does he have here? He's saying Paul Felder lost the first round and then won the next three.
Yes, and then lost the last round.
Wow. Chris Lee. Trying to think of a blind joke, Jesse. Any jokes come to your head with Chris Lee? No?
No.
Okay. How could you have a card where Sal D'Amato has every single round for Rafael dos Anjos? Derek Cleary has every single round for Rafael dos Anjos. And then Chris Lee, by a miracle, has 2, 3, 4 Felder. Like, think about that.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre.
Do you think this guy feels like a complete schmuck?
No, I don't think these people care. Like, listen, when they're judging a fight, whether they're completely off or not, whether the fans agree with them or disagree with them, they're just there to do their job. It doesn't even matter if they're slacking off. They could slack off, give us some horrible score, and just move on to the next fight. These guys, they don't give a fuck. No, I don't think he feels like a schmuck.
It's absurd. It really, I could understand, 1, 2, like, it was a close round. But 3 rounds, when the other 2 judges have every single round going the other way. It's really nuts.
Doesn't Chris Lee have a past for weird scorecards? If I'm not mistaken, I think there was another scorecard not too long ago. I can't remember the fight where Chris Lee scored it fucking horrendously.
Maybe this guy is blind.
Moss, I'm dropping the F-bomb a lot.
Yeah, you've been cursing a lot lately. You're going backwards. I
Sorry.
guess because you're with child, you want to make sure you get all the F-bombs out.
I don't know.
Aaron Bronster on Twitter, Judge Chris Lee, who scored
That was 2 days ago.
main event. Paul Felder involved UFC. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I wonder what the history on this guy is. Chris Lee, judge, MMA decisions. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see what he got in previous events. Is there anything that stands out?
There was a recent one that he got some heat for.
Who did he pick? He picked Angela Hill over Michelle Watterson, which that was a really close fight. Although I think I think Karate Hottie did enough. I still think she did enough to win that. Span Alvey. He went to Alvey. He got that right. Kroom, who? Fucking Bellator? No one gives a shit about that. Murphy. I don't remember that one. Yeah, nothing else really. Let's go to 2019.
No, there was one recently, Moss, that he fucked up on.
Maybe it was something else. I don't know. But then again, yeah, I'm looking at the big cards. You got all these the undercard fights over here.
Was it the Orlovsky fight?
Oh, look, Nunez Spencer. He spicked. Forget. I'm not gonna say the joke now. I was gonna say he picked Spencer, but I called him a spick. All right. Anyway, what's the story say, Jess?
All right. So this is according to Steven Morocco of MMA Fighting. Despite getting out grappled and smothered over 5 rounds, Paul Felder beat RDA on one judge's scorecard in the headliner of UFC Vegas 14. Even Felder gave a quizzical look when Bruce Buffer announced Chris Lee's 48-47 scorecard for him after 5 rounds of grinding action with ex-lightweight champ Rafael Dos Anjos.
Yeah, remember Felder turned around. He's like, "What?" the guy was doing him a face like, "What?"
But when the other two scorecards were read, Dos Anjos was rightfully declared the winner. Not only did Dos Anjos win, but he pitched a shutout with 2 50-45 scorecards per Sal D'Amato and Derek Cleary. Lee had Felder winning rounds 2 through 4 via 10-9 scorecards.
Yes.
Now, you saw the official scorecard courtesy of UFC.
I did.
RDA not only muted Felder's offense against the fence, but did solid work on his feet over 5 rounds. Felder struggled at times with distance and things as Dos Anjos worked on the front and back end of exchanges. A body kick was money for the Brazilian as the two stood in the center of the octagon. The split call win put Dos Anjos back in the win column after a pair of setbacks at welterweight in bouts against Leon Edwards and Michael Chiesa, respectively. Felder, who took the bout on 5 days' notice, has now lost his previous 2 fights after another split decision, and a February headliner against Dan Hooker didn't go his way. Now, here's how the pros reacted to this decision, Moss.
How did the pros react? Oh, we're pros, though. Doesn't it? Oh, okay, good.
Gilbert Burns says lessons.
Well, you forgot Baldy Ed.
Baldy Ed says, do judges get drug tested?
We follow. Yeah. That's actually a pretty. That's good. That's good. Yeah, Baldy. Yes, I like it.
That's it. You're good.
Yeah, Baldy Ed.
Good.
The zinger.
Gilbert Burns says UFC Vegas 14 lessons. RDA is a 155 top 5, not 170. Felder is a warrior, and one judge is terrible at his job.
Okay.
Lauren Murphy is laughing at a tweet that said, been drinking since noon, 40-40 vision, and was catching Cobra Kai season 2. All appear to be valid things for Chris Lee to write down.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Derek Brunson says, as I said before, MMA scoring system needs to evolve. It's too subjective. Fighters risk too much to have someone not get it right.
It's true. He's right, Derek. Even though he has that weird hair, he is right. You ever wonder on Twitter, some of these pro athletes and these movie stars, they have to really think before they put a tweet out because, a lot of people see it, retweets, all this stuff. Like they gotta put that joke together nicely, that witty comment nicely. It's a lot of pressure for these people. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's not easy being witty, Moss.
Oh, it's not, Jesse.
I tried being witty today on Twitter and it didn't go my way.
Well, Jesse, listen.
I must not be that funny, Moss.
Some people are just not born with it, Some people just don't have it. But you have plenty of time to hone that craft. So we are live on Facebook as well. And we decided to not do our personal page. We're live on our business page. So it's the MMA Holes. Give it a like. The MMA Holes on Facebook. Now, I do not like Facebook, and I totally understand why you wouldn't watch us there, because Facebook's for the devil. But if you do play on Facebook, give it a like. The MMA Holes. And I saw 2 joints in there. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right. So simulcasting tonight, talking about a controversial judge, but luckily the decision went the right way. A dominant performance for RDA. What do you say about the people that are saying Dos Anjos is washed up?
Listen, I understand when a fighter hits that moment in their career, why the fans might be pushing for them to throw in the gloves. I get it. I'm one of those people who like to push for fighters throwing in the gloves. But I think after his latest performance, and after a couple of his most recent performances, it would be difficult to say that RDA hanging up the gloves right now would make sense. He clearly wants that shot at the title one more time. I don't know if he's gonna get it, but I don't think he's just gonna lay down like a wounded animal.
I am sick of casuals. I am sick of people thinking that they know everything. Let me tell you something here, you casual fucks. What was I going to tell him?
You're getting nasty. I don't know.
Maybe I should not be so mean,
I
right?
should have a bowl of popcorn right now.
Anyway, the people out there that are always screaming that it's over, this person's past their prime and this and that, they always want to be the first one to say, that's it, hang it up. Why do MMA fans, why are they so fucking angry that if they see a couple of L's on a man's record or a woman's record, they're like, it's over, just retire already, without even knowing what the fuck you're talking about?
Well, I don't think they do that.
That's what's happening, Jesse. It's complete ridiculousness. It is something that is they should be punished for. They should be held accountable for. Yes, RDA lost. He won one out of his last 5 fights before the Felder fight. Okay, I get it. But look who he fought. Look at the weight class. Okay,
I mean, Michael Chiesa.
Like, it's just ridiculous. People, it is. What do you mean, Michael Chiesa? Ultimate Fighter winner.
I just thought it was funny.
And Michael Chiesa, yes, out of the bunch, you could say was the least talented, but the guy's good. Ultimate Fighter winner. The guy has looked pretty damn good at welterweight, and I think he could make a little push. Not saying he's a champion. Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman, and Colby Covington. Killers. Bigger than RDA. Way bigger. Just and the style that they have, that grinding approach. How does an undersized fighter who has a similar approach, who can play on the ground, how do they win in a fight like that when they're just out-muscled against those big guys? And Leon Edwards is a stud. He's a G. I don't get it. I do not get it. Because a man is pushing 40 years old, it is all over. Well, I hate to break it to you, casual fucks. Paul Felder goes in there. Yes, comes in on short notice, in fantastic shape, completely different game plan, and RDA puts on a clinic.
So here's the thing. I think what people are looking at is 40 is usually the golden age for retirement. It's usually the age when fighters start to hang things up because, you know, they have to preserve whatever health of their body they have left, whatever health of their mind that they have left. At that point, they've made enough money to live off of. Like, there's a lot of factors I think come in place when it comes to fighters retiring. I think that's why people say that. I don't think that they look at it and go, oh, he lost, it's time for him to hang up.
Yes, people love doing that.
I think it has more to do with he's just hit that age now where all fighters just kind of, you know, they just...
This is all you see on MMA Twitter. Hang it up, it's over. You're washed up. You got no chin. Rinse and repeat over and over again. It's over. Hang it up. You got a glass chin. Oh, you suck. Retire. That's all you hear. People are just waiting to scream and yell that shit. Maybe we should pump the brakes. Maybe we should give fighters the benefit of the doubt. Let them perform and see what happens. You know, instead of jumping to these conclusions saying, wrap it up. You know, like, I understand if you're talking about a BJ Penn, okay. A man who's made mistake after mistake after mistake. After a while, okay, enough's enough. But a guy like RDA, I don't understand. The guy's in great shape. The guy he's a killer. He's a former champion. And I haven't seen anything that said, well, he's past his prime. A guy that you're starting to see that with is a Tyron Woodley. We still have to give him the benefit of the doubt. He lost to pretty damn good fighters.
Yes.
So let's all settle down. Everyone calm the fook down. How you doing in the chat?
Shit, I'm 50. I'm fooked, says Uncle Mike H. 2 joints dropping the eggplant. West Coast says everyone is a bunch of haters nowadays. CN says, hi, Aunt Ann, the knitter. What you think about boy Woodley? I heard she's moving out his mom's basement, says Kevin Lee. Justin Jr. says, glad I picked RDA after tape study was such an easy call. Anyone who picked Felder is actually a casual. You're calling me a casual because I picked Felder? That's an insult. I picked Felder because I was convinced that he was going to take it to a decision. You just called me a casual.
Jesse, you fell victim.
I'm not a casual.
You fell victim to a man thinking a man is beyond his prime. Just say it. You thought RDA was done.
No, I picked Felder because of how quick and ready he was within 5 days. I was convinced that this guy just had what it took for this fight.
I don't understand. It seemed clear as day that RDA was going to win. In the beginning, I had to toss it back and forth. And I went with the whole mustache theory and this and that. But when you really sat down and think about this fight, it's pretty obvious the favorite in RDA, which wasn't a big favorite, was the way to go. Now, I could understand someone jumping on the person that comes in on short notice. We've seen this happen multiple times. A problematic matchup of someone just coming in when a guy or gal is training for a specific style and then another person just swoops in. We've seen it happen. Conor McGregor. That's what happened to him with Nate Diaz the first time. The dude was training for RDA. Everyone's getting thrown at him. Next thing you know, you got fucking Nate Diaz. You know? Listen, it happens. We see it happen over and over and over again. So picking a guy coming in off the couch or a guy on short notice, I can get it. But sitting down in certain situations, you got to weigh the pros and cons, and you got to look at a man that's a former champion that is not far past his prime. I think the guy's right in the zone right now. And then people saying that if Conor McGregor takes the fight against RDA, that's an easy fight. What the fuck are you talking about? If RDA fights Conor the way he fought Paul Felder, okay, and grinds on my man Conor, he can tire him the fuck out. RDA has cardio for days. Now, of course, Conor wins. But I'm biased. I'm very biased. I think it's a tough fight. And I don't know if Conor wants that smoke, even though he says he does on Twitter.
You don't want this smoke.
I don't know if he wants that smoke. A little risky. A little bit risky for the plan. Now, Dustin Poirier puts out a tweet, Jesse.
Yes?
DP, for my bunghole, puts out a tweet, and we retweeted it. It was earlier today. And Dustin Poirier says...
You got to click the little person on the left side. There.
Click the little person. Click the little person. What does he say here, Jesse? Check this out.
Off
the
to
diamond.
Florida for training camp in the morning.
For training camp in the morning. Exclamation, exclamation, crossed swords.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Here it comes,
Swords.
Jess. Cross swords. It's coming.
Poirier blocked you on Twitter.
Who?
Pandemic Pete.
What?
Poirier blocked him on Twitter. What did you say to the guy?
How do you get blocked by Dustin Poirier? Does he get shook?
I was going to say, I don't think Poirier gets shook.
Yeah, Poirier, I mean, it's not just Poirier. A lot of fighters, they get triggered really easy. The toughest, the baddest men and women on the planet, they have soft feelings when it comes to words. I think maybe that's why they're fighters. They want to fuck everyone up that says nasty things. Maybe that's it. What did you say to Poirier? Fess up.
Trent says Embedded 1 was good, but not as good as The Mandalorian Episode 3 or any season of any of Season 1 of Beavis and Butthead.
What?
In fairness, I was not impressed. I have not been impressed with this season of The Mandalorian. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to say I feel like they're putting in way too much fluff and we're getting nowhere.
The Mandalorian, I said this to Jesse, it reminds me of playing a video game and just doing a bunch of side stories.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm not impressed. There's so many other ways they could have gone about this, and they chose to go the wrong way.
But with that being said, Jesse, and this is not
No spoilers.
a review show, with that being said, you have to admit the special effects this season have been fantastic.
Agreed.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. So what do you think? Dustin Poirier off the training. Is he going to train for Khabib? Conor? What is he training for?
What do you mean, Khabib?
Well, I don't know.
He's
Who?
scheduled for Conor, Moss. Of course he's training for Conor.
Is he training for Beavis and Butthead?
Yes.
Okay.
Beavis and Butthead also.
So Conor. Let's look at Conor's Twitter. The last we've seen with Conor, he said RDA and, he's playing those stupid
Conor
games.
McGregor. My foot was a balloon.
I don't think he, yeah, okay. So the last thing was this RDA BS. He's playing games.
He did say that he would take RDA after Dustin. He did say that.
Yeah. All right, you want to read it? Go ahead.
Well, he said Dustin first, but I'm down for it all. Throwback to this classic. Look at Dana. Haha. Vintage MMA entertainment. El Chop.
There you go. This rubs me the wrong way because I was so pumped up for this fight. We ran out and bought tickets immediately. Vegas, UFC 196. The V-neck. We even bought extra tickets, try to scalp them shits. And then what happens? RDA gets hurt, and now we're panicking because we're stuck with extra tickets. Nate Diaz came in, and luckily we were able to move tickets, but it was a very stressful time. Yeah, listen, like I said before, it can still be a very dangerous fight for Conor McGregor. It really could. Regardless of the fact, let's not even talk about this. It looks like we have the Dustin fight, and it's no layup that he's just going to beat Dustin Poirier. Dustin's a different man now. So it should be a great fight. I can't wait to this to be solidified. And we can break it down.
January 23rd, Moss.
And the best part of that, Jesse, is we'll be back on the main channel. Yes!
Wonderful, wonderful.
No more streaming on Not the MMA Holes. Well, at least our regular shows. We'll be back on the main channel. End of
We should
December.
simulcast on both channels, Moss. We should figure out a way to do that.
Why?
I don't know, like new people who came over here in these last 3 months can still come here and
Or we can actually title it different and put it on the MMA Holes and Not the MMA Holes and see which one gets more views.
yeah.
Since I guarantee we could have 4 channels going, we'd still get more views than the MMA Guru.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's true.
Okay.
King of the Dead says rocking Gucci Mink. Uncle Mike H says 2 joints. December 29th, bro. Uncle Shep says I won't know which to watch. O says you took it over the
Some name.
NPC says Aunt Ann is the knitter. Uncle Boss doesn't exist. P Dizzle says Izzy 2 million, Tyron 4.5 million, Kimura Usman 2.5 million. Blacks get paid shit. White fighters get paid mega Hunden Gucci not fair.
What?
I think he's suggesting that if you're
Who said this?
an African American fighter, you do not get paid as
said
much
this?
as white fighters get paid.
Who said this?
P Dizzle.
Is P Dizzle Pulse? Or is it someone
P
else?
Dizzle, Moss.
I've seen P Dizzle in the chat for
P
like the last
Dizzle.
week. Is it Pulse or is it
Like if
another?
I were to call you C Dizzle,
I know. So is that Pulse?
probably Pulse.
Okay.
I would put money on it. That's Pulse.
Okay. I think it is, right? He's just not shooting up nightclubs in that screen name. All right, let's get to this story over here.
So these are just the bonuses that were handed out from the fights on Saturday night, if you're interested. And this is according to Steve Luttrell on UFC.com.
Oh.
Yeah, his performance of the night bonus went to Sean Strickland.
I mean, why not?
After 2 long years away from the octagon, recovering from a terrible motorcycle accident, the back-to-back wins would be triumphant enough, but in his beatdown of Allen on Saturday night, Strickland took a particular satisfaction. To be honest, there was a moment when even in everyone else's minds started thinking, how does this guy keep taking these shots? But he just stayed in his game plan, kept fighting towards the end of the second round, just stopped going backwards and just kind of felt like he had nothing left. And then when he saw it, it was time to turn up and put his opponent away.
Sean Strickland.
Another performance of the night bonus goes to Chaos Williams. You remember this one, Moss?
How could I forget? Chaos Williams. I mean, Jesus. What a finish.
The term starched is one of those terms in combat sports journalism that has been so overused that it tends to elicit more eye rolls than anything else. But sometimes there's just no better way to describe what happened to a fighter. Case in point, Chaos Williams' 30-second KO of the always dangerous Abdul Razak Al-Hassan. A perfect punch to the chin, and Al-Hassan went flat like an ironing board.
It's crazy, man.
If you're keeping track at home, that's 2 knockouts in the UFC fights for a grand total of 57 combined seconds in the octagon. If the welterweight division hadn't noticed already, they're noticing now.
Yeah, keep your eye on this Chaos guy, Chaos Williams. I mean, even up to when Williams was walking, when Al-Hassan was walking up to the cage, Chaos Williams was just laser focused on his opponent and just standing there, just not even moving. Like, I'm going to kill this man. And that's what he did. He finished a guy that, if I'm not mistaken, has never been finished, correct?
Correct.
He is.
I believe. Don't quote me on that. I
He
could
has
be wrong.
never been finished. Let's just make sure. Yeah. Yes. He is a knockout artist himself. This Abdul Razak Al-Hassan. Never been finished. And the dude smokes him in the first round like easy.
Yeah.
Easy stuff. This guy is scary. Absolutely scary. This was a catchweight fight. But be on the lookout for Mr. Chaos. And his name is really Chaos. He was born for this. By the way, going back to Strickland, this guy is another serial killer weirdo that is just really good. What he did to Brendan Allen shocked the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of stand there, just trading shots, looked beautiful with his striking, and put him out. Put out Allen, a guy that's tough in his own respects, a guy that was on a nice little win streak. This guy Strickland is another person. Keep an eyeball peeled for him. Really weird
Eyeball
serial.
peeled?
The eyeball peeled. Peel it up for Strickland. So 2 guys to really keep an eye on. Everything else you could pretty much suck a dick. The young girls over here, both girls look really good. Very evenly matched fight. And even though there was a unanimous win for McKenna, I still think Hansen has a very bright upside. Both girls really young, so look out for them. Gravely, another one. That was a pretty good performance if you think about it. Had a real big dick in the appearance, so that was kind of cool. And yeah, who else got bonuses, Jess? Did Gravely get a bonus for a $50K for a big dick?
No, just 2 bonuses that night.
Oh, no $50K big dick bonus. Okay.
Yeah, no BDB.
Had to confirm it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's an update on Islam Makhachev. He got removed from the headline of this fight that we were watching Saturday night. Brett Okamoto tweeted, update on Islam. He has left Las Vegas and is recovering from the infection that forced him out of last weekend's main event against Rafael dos Anjos. According to his manager, Ali Abdelaziz, Islam is looking to return in February. So we will be seeing him very soon.
How is that very soon? February seems like an
3
eternity.
months.
That's too far.
3
It's
months
too far.
from now. That's
I
not
want him
far.
now.
These months have been flying by, if you ask me.
I don't care. I know time flies, but I want my Islam now. So he's fighting Leon?
No opponents.
Wait, what?
That's not what this tweet says. It doesn't say anything about opponents.
Oh my goodness.
But
come on.
he will be there in February for sure.
Wait a second. So even if it is the Leon fight, we got to wait until February. Leon hasn't fought in like 17
I'm sure
years.
they'll announce it by end of December, early January at the latest.
Oh my God. There's a good chance he won't fight at Leon then.
That's true.
And he's been put on the
They
rankings,
want
right?
Leon KHAMZAT Moss.
I know they want that. That's what I was just talking about. And what I'm saying is, what the fuck? Why are we
So
waiting
why
until
would they
February?
give Makhachev Leon Edwards? It doesn't make any sense.
Wait a second. I'm confused now. Oh, we're talking about the other beard. God damn it.
Oh, Mosticles.
I was talking about the wrong neck beard. They all look the same, Jesse.
No,
I
they
can't.
don't.
Yes, they do. They're all the same. Yes, it's Makhachev. Oh, who gives a fuck?
Wonderful.
I was talking about fucking KHAMZAT. Oh my God, they're all the same. They're all blending together. What's going on here? I'm getting confused with all the neck beards. Oh,
Moss.
Makhachev in February? Who gives a shit?
Maybe they'll put Makhachev against Felder.
I'm saying Leon Edwards like an idiot. God, Jess, what is going on?
I don't know. That's okay. I caught you.
You
I
can't.
caught you when you were falling.
We need to stop these neck beards. We need to slow this down because it's too confusing as a host of an MMA show.
Moss.
You know?
You're
we make a law?
supposed to determine who these fighters are, not based on their appearance.
Listen, we'll maybe change up the fucking beards so I can understand who each person is. You're all looking the same here. It's ridiculous.
Don't hate on the neck beards.
God damn, man. I'm all fucked up now.
Kevin
Makhachev.
Lee says he's fighting Islam in March.
Yeah, actually, I would like to see that. Yeah, make that happen. Islam. Yeah, I don't care if he fights in February. He could fight next. I don't care. Next December for all I give a shit. I mean, are you really fired up about Islam Makhachev?
No.
I couldn't give 2 shits.
Wonderful.
I missed Saturday, but it's your fault.
Oh.
I couldn't focus on proper poon servicing, so I had to mute your asses.
Oh,
According to my main squeeze, I got the performance of the night.
noise.
That is all.
Wonderful.
The performance of the night. He got the bonus. Okay. Thank you for joining us. And thank you, Mark, for the donation. You're wonderful. All right, so Makhachev not coming back until February. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Brett.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What?
Colby Covington wants to kiss your hand.
A lot.
Donald Trump, can I kiss your hand? Kiss your hand. Kiss your hand. Trump, you have a delicious hand.
A lot.
Hope all you are wonderful.
Wonderful.
I hope you're wonderful, Nicole.
That was very nice of you. You're such a sweetheart, Nicole. You're the sweetest heart around. Thank you. Wow, look at that. All right, let's get to McNuggets. As the
So
people like to
Connor
say.
is just kind of reviewing what happened with 2020 and also being putting in some implications for this fall, this next year, what to expect, things like that. According to Jed Meshew of MMA Fighting, thank you to Jed Meshew
Monsieur.
of MMA Fighting. It's no secret that 2020 has been a very difficult year for most. The COVID-19 pandemic has wrought havoc on the world at large and fundamentally changed many aspects of day-to-day life.
Yes.
People have lost jobs, businesses, and loved ones. But though the coronavirus still rages on in some parts of the world, over the last few months, things have begun to return to normal, and many people are looking ahead at 2021, among them Conor McGregor. Speaking with Paramatch recently, the former two-division champ addressed the difficulty of this year with a positive mindset mindset, saying 2020 has provided an excellent opportunity for growth and he's optimistic that good things are on the horizon. Like many, McGregor's 2020 plans were derailed by COVID. At the start of the year, the former two-division champ was planning to compete 3 times in 2020, culminating in reclaiming the UFC lightweight title. However, after stopping Donald Cerrone in January, the UFC then began targeting a rematch between McGregor and champ Khabib Nurmagomedov. However, the coronavirus intervened, delayed Khabib's planned title defense, and causing McGregor to retire from fighting for lack of interest. That retirement was short-lived, though, and now McGregor is set to rematch Dustin Poirier in January. Not only is he returning again, but in fact, it may be for the lightweight title. Mas. Khabib Nurmagomedov announced his retirement from the sport last month following his title defense against Justin Gaethje, and though there are conflicting sentiments that he may fight one more time, the current belief is that if he is really retired, the fight between McGregor and Poirier will be for the vacant title.
Let's go.
And though McGregor wasn't speaking specifically about his upcoming fight in these terms, it's not difficult to draw the parallels. McGregor is or has been through his share of storms over the last few years. Notorious has lived up to his moniker, with numerous legal actions having been brought against him for a variety of reasons. However, through his various controversies, McGregor has remained successful both in and outside of the cage. And so, he left this interview with words of advice that he says have helped him through difficult times, including this year. He said, quote, "Rather than looking out at the time at the doom and gloom that's all around us at times, sometimes it feels like it's so overwhelming. Look within. Look within yourself. What feel like the minor things but are actually the major things? What are the minor things that you can do in your own self that make you better? Are you eating correct? Are you exercising correct? Are you resting correct? Back to the basics, back to the foundation, back to the core. Handle these things with it, and the outlook will begin to appear so much better. It has to begin within."
Listen, I'm starting to think that Khabib is not a man of his word. I'm starting to think that Khabib will come back for that 30-0. I wasn't feeling that the night of. I'm starting to think he might come back. Now,
here's why he won't.
Khabib is not stripped of his belt. So
right, not currently, no.
So is the delay the logistics of what is happening with this belt? Is there going to be an interim strap? Like, what's happening here?
I believe the delay is what's happening with the belt. Obviously, Dana White's going to be talking to Khabib saying, listen, I have a feeling Poirier Conor is going to be for the belt. And Dana White's pretty much saying, listen, I have Conor Poirier for the belt, and if you're not willing to give it up, then you need to come back and defend.
So, yeah, I think Dana White is trying to script the storyline here. He's trying to say to Khabib, listen, we got some big money to be made here with this company. You've been a great company man. We know you have this thing with McGregor and yada, yada, yada. But think about this. Say, for instance, you put that belt up for grab, and McGregor does beat Poirier. And then now you have a chance to go 30.
He won't come back if they fight for the belt.
If you have a chance to go 30-0 to beat a man you've already destroyed, right? You could smash him again and put a nice little exclamation point at the end of your career.
If Khabib relinquishes the belt and Poirier Conor fight for it in January, then Khabib will never come back. If Khabib does not give up the belt, there is always that chance that he fights again. At the end of the day, though, testing pools or not, I'm convinced Khabib is done, and he will end up relinquishing that belt to give to Conor or Poirier, and he will not be coming back to fight it.
Yeah, I saw what Drunk said in the chat. Yeah, testing pools. DC said it today.
That doesn't mean anything.
That he's still testing, and he's just doing it because he just wants to feel like an athlete or whatever. He was horsing around about that. It is smart to stay in a testing pools. What the fuck is wrong with my speech today? This earlier show doesn't work.
So, fun fact about the early show, guys. My
it doesn't
fault.
Work.
I was scheduling the stream and I thought it was Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Do I like this?
I scheduled it at 9 instead of 10. And then when Justin Jr. in the chat said like 10 minutes before the show, why is it scheduled for 9 on a Monday? I looked at it and I'm like, oh, fuck. But it was too late to change it because we had been scheduled for 9 all day. So I was like, all right, well, we're going live at 9 tonight.
Yeah, we were going to change it back. And I was like, let's just test it out and see what happens. It's better for us and it's better for the people on the East Coast.
This is my fault. I thought it was, I don't know why I keep getting the days mixed up.
Anyway, we'll see how it works. I mean, if people don't like it, we'll go back to
No, we're going back to
time.
10 next week. I just made a mistake this week. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't pull my thoughts together properly. So, there's so many ways where this thing could be very profitable for the UFC, exciting for the fans. With Khabib lurking and this whole USADA testing thing, like, DC said, he's still in the pool. He has no interest in coming back.
Yeah.
Khabib, why not? Keep getting tested. If you're going to stay clean, regardless, most normal people aren't on TRT in their regular life, unless you can't get it up or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. But Khabib looks like he has a big, thick, rock hard boner. So I think he'll be fine, right, Jess?
What?
Yeah, he doesn't need TRT. He'll be fine.
Okay.
Think about this though. Talk about pressure for Dustin Poirier. Okay, a man who has been embarrassed by Conor already. Okay. Then he gets a shot at the strap and gets humiliated by Khabib. All right. Now has a chance again. I mean, listen, he was an interim champ.
Yeah. Come on, get loud, MMA holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud, MMA holes in the crowd.
Got
MMA holes in the crowd. MMA holes in the crowd. MMA holes in the crowd.
Came by to say you the MMA holes run the best, most enjoyable show when it comes to MMA. Love you guys.
That's so freaking nice of you, Tommy.
I will suck your cock after this stream. Thank you, Tommy. So this is interesting. You have to think, one, Conor, of course, wants a chance at a strap again, right? That's the whole thing. It's all about the money, the gold, the storyline, all this stuff, legacy, yada, yada, yada. The amount of pressure is going to put on Dustin Poirier.
Yes.
Because think about this. He has another chance to win a belt, right, if this is in play, against a man who already defeated him in an embarrassing manner. I feel the belt adds more pressure to Dustin, and I think that is another thing that Conor's going to want to do. So the trash talking doesn't even have to be there. The belt's on the line again. Dustin under pressure is a problem. It's a problem if you're a DP fan.
I disagree.
You think this is going to aid Dustin? This is going to
do.
Fuel him?
I do. I don't think, listen, I'm not really going to get in the back and forth yet as to whether or not Dustin has all the tools to defeat Conor, because I don't really know at this point. Conor has been on the shelf for a year. He also has that nasty left, but he can be submitted, and Dustin can definitely submit him.
He isn't submitting Conor. Come on, Jesse.
I'm saying it's a possibility, Moss.
Not happening.
But that being said, I don't think this is going to be too much pressure on Dustin. Do I think Dustin's going to win? I don't know. I haven't made a pick on this fight yet, but I don't think Poirier is going to be under an intense amount of pressure more than usual simply because of this belt and fighting Conor again, and I just don't see it happening. I think the pressure will be the same.
This is what I've learned about Poirier. He is a game fighter. He comes in there, he owns Max Holloway. He's gone in there, he's had some fantastical wins, he's looked dominant, he's got great cardio, he's got all the tools to beat a Conor McGregor, and like Jesse said, he does have, he's a Why, Jesse?
I have a theory, Moss.
Is it the coffee? You think?
I think.
What is going on?
I fed you before the show, and I never feed him before a show.
Like a gremlin.
I always feed him after the show because then
I
he's
can't
like
pull my
hungry,
thoughts
so
together.
he's focused on let's just get the show done so I can eat. But he's full right now.
Is it full belly Moss?
So
no
I
good?
think full belly Moss might not be able to focus.
I've had a lot on my mind.
Yeah, maybe
I
stress.
can't put a sentence together. Like I can't even fucking talk. What is wrong with me?
And you've been sick. You were sick yesterday.
I was a little under the weather, but I'm fine now. Anyway, back to the point I was trying to make until I stumbled all over myself. Dustin Poirier has every tool to beat Conor McGregor. The one thing he doesn't have is between those pea-headed ears. He doesn't have... it's just there's something in there. He's kind of like a head case. And I feel like if you put too many things in play, too much on his plate, the man is not going to be able to perform.
I just don't agree with that at all.
What is the evidence we have?
I don't have evidence.
Besides the interim strap.
I'm just saying, and listen...
which is a fake belt.
When Poirier fought Khabib, he lost, and that was at like a completely different time, and maybe he had some issues with his camp. Who knows the deal? But he still didn't show that he was under a tremendous amount of pressure. And you have to remember, when was the first Poirier Conor fight? What year was that?
1776.
I didn't
was
ask.
it like in 2016 or some shit like that? Something like that.
So, but my point is it happened many years ago, right? And
not many. I mean,
well, many
4?
in MMA terms. And I think that Poirier had a lot of room to grow in that time, and he's also been able to see where Conor kind of slipped. And I think that's going to give him a little boost of confidence that he kind of needs to not get overwhelmed.
Jesse,
He's
look at
definitely
this.
going to have pressure, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as you think.
But more importantly, look at this beautiful human being, 22-4-0, Jesse.
Did you just say, look at
Look at
this
this.
beautiful
Boom,
human
boom,
being?
right on Jose's face, right on the cheekbone. Boom, die. Look at this, Jesse. Ah, eat my wrath. Eat it. That was Chad Money Mendez coming off the couch
As
trying
he's
to
holding onto the cage
trying
in
to
that
hump.
picture.
Well, listen, he's got to get a little leverage in them punches. You got to give a little extra
Blatant
leverage there.
cheating, and the UFC's promoting
Grab
it.
that fence and beat his steroid fucking head into the mat.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Jesse. I'm getting a little excited. I'm getting jizzed up because Conor's coming back in January.
You're getting jizzed
It's
up.
happening, and I'm about to blow a load. I'm
I
excited.
don't know why that comment made me think of my dream last night.
I was jizzing all over myself in your dream.
No, you brought 3 women home, Moss.
Well, at least
Why
one of
did
them
you
wasn't.
bring 3 women home to my house, and I had to kick them out?
Were they hot? How do they look?
I don't know. They were like college students still, I think.
But how do they look? Were they attractive?
Yeah, in a way.
Okay, then it probably is true. If they were 3 pigs, then I would say, oh, that's fake.
No, I mean,
but if they're gorgeous
to you,
women,
I think
yes.
you would have found them attractive, yeah.
Do you think they're attractive women?
I thought they were relatively attractive.
Okay, so then it's true.
But I was more angry that you brought 3 women into my house.
If there were 3 fucking pigs, they would say that's a fake
No,
dream.
it was you and a buddy. You went out with your buddy, and I thought you guys were just going to go out to hang out. And you
Well,
come home with 3 fucking women.
But who's the one that pulled? Who's the one that got the numbers or got them in the cab?
I don't know
to come
how it
over?
all played out. You told me
All
you were
right,
going
you
to
got
go
it.
out with your buddy. And I was like, oh, okay, they're going for a few drinks, whatever, I don't care. And you went out. And then you completely broke my trust. You guys met these 3 women at this bar.
Well, they're not women if
and
they're
then,
college kids.
And then you invited them back. You invited them back. And I was like, why are these 3 women at our house? And you're like, oh, I don't know. It was cold. I was like, it was cold?
Well, yeah.
So you invited them back to our
Listen,
house?
we were at the bar. They were wearing skimpy outfits.
And I had to kick them out. I had to be like, get the fuck out
Was
of
the other
my
guy
house.
Diaper John?
No, the other I don't even know who the other guy was.
Okay, let's move on. All we know is it's a true story. All right, let's get into the next next story over
all
here.
right. So, according to MMA Fighting's Guilherme Cruz, UFC releases the perennial flyweight contender Mas Jussier Formiga.
You know why? Because they got the other one there.
Mas Formiga just got released from the UFC. This is a big deal.
Formiga and Figueiredo are the same person, just different color hair. I'm convinced. You know how long I was getting those two confused until Figueiredo won the belt? Like I'd always get confused between the same head, the same thing. That's why they changed their hair color. So yeah, I don't care. We have Figueiredo. We don't need this one.
Okay. Formiga is no longer on the UFC roster. Multiple people with knowledge of the situation told MMA Fighting on Monday. The ATT flyweight was released from the company after losing 3 in a row from 2019 to 2020.
How dare he?
With a decision to Brandon Moreno sandwiched between knockout defeats to Joseph Benavidez and Alex Perez. Formiga was 23-8, once considered the best flyweight on the planet before the UFC opened the division in 2012, joining the company that same year.
Same guy as Figueiredo.
The 35-year-old Brazilian holds a victory over 125-pound champ Devison Figueiredo. Formiga's 9-7 run in the octagon includes wins over the likes of Sergio Pettis, Ulka Sasaki, Wilson Reyes, Scott Jorgensen, and Chris Carriasso. The veteran fighter came close to challenging for the flyweight belt on a few occasions, but came up short on number 1 contender bouts with Benavidez twice, Henry Cejudo, Ray Borg, and John Dotson.
I mean, do we need 2 Figueiredos? No. So let him go.
I think it's kind of a big deal that Formiga was released.
Listen,
I never saw that coming.
We keep the Figueiredo with the better record. You know, the better win streak. And right now, there's one with gold. So not get rid of the other one. So Formiga could go to PFL, which, by the way, I don't know if you have a story on this. PFL has, drum roll.
Wait, I know it's a news story. Why always gotta ruin my news?
Oh, it's a segue. I was hitting the drums.
According to Bloody Elbow's Tim Bissell, PFL says they've signed the MMA heavyweight GOAT in.
Where is it?
Now do your drum roll, Moss.
Hold on. All right, hold on. Let me ready.
Well, you just spoiled it. Fabricio Werdum
I like
has been
this.
signed with PFL.
I like this.
I gotta pee.
I think you could do steroids in PFL. So he's in a perfect place. Fabricio Werdum, by the way, looks like he looks like the weirdest looking bat I've ever seen, with the mushy inside. It's like an out of shape bat. He looks like. What is this? Hell's going on here? Why does Fabricio Werdum look like an out-of-shape bat? With his wings. Anyway, PFL, I like it. Now it's going to get me to... I thought the PFL was done. I thought they're like, hey, we're not going to pay our fighters. So I guess they are. So when they start this thing up, they're going to have Fabricio. Hell yeah. You know what? Send Anderson over there as well. Send the Spider. Spider don't want to quit. I think PFL would be perfect for him. You think he's the Wuhan bat, Taco Slurpee? He started COVID. I say send the Spider over there. Send all the old guys at PFL. I don't think it's bad. PFL needs something. It needs needs a couple more names over there besides Kayla Harrison. So throw Fabricio over there. That's cool. I'm down with that. What do you guys think in the chat? I confess my love for JBH. Is there a fake boss in the chat?
Who confesses their love?
Deacon MMA Snake, says Vigo. Why is Deacon's cool now? We're all cool with Deacon. Deacon's all right.
Moss, who confesses their love for me?
One of the bosses.
Okay. Do you confess your love for this, Fatso?
Oh, hold on a second. Did you call him Fatso or you call yourself Fatso? Oh, look at that. You're growing. You must... Oh, wait, don't slap the fucking... I hate when she does it. She's like slapping her chest.
It's fine. It's not even on the baby.
Belly, what the fuck?
He thinks the baby's going to get hurt.
All right. So I think there's two boss Kogers in the chat. And I think there's a duplicate.
That is the case because Ann said she was going to time out boss because of...
You know what would be hilarious?
Timing her out.
If the fake boss became a member, right? And then we just automatically turn the fake boss into the real boss. That'd be fucked up, you know? Or become like a $50 patron and have a wrench.
Yeah.
And then time out the real boss. All right.
right.
Don't get any ideas. What do you think about Werdum as a PFL player?
I like it a lot.
You like it? What do you think about Anderson Silva going over there too? Why not, right?
Yeah, I like it. But it's a tournament style organization though, so Silva won't last long in this tournament.
Why not?
Because there's some fire fighters in PFL.
No, they're not. They're all cans. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What the hell? What kind of PFL are you watching? This is tailor made for.
A lot of UFC fighters came from PFL, Moss.
Jess, name one.
Okay, hold on.
What PFL star came to the UFC and dominated? I can't name one. I honestly can't even name one. The only guy that stands out is that dude that keeps winning. That wrestling guy that can't get paid. I can't even name one dude.
Yeah, hold on.
Now you have former UFC fighters that went over there and won a milli.
PFL fighters went to
Yeah.
By the way, Kayla Harrison went over to Invicta just recently.
Yeah, she went over for a one-off, and she's going to be back in the PFL. But they're trying. It looks like that segue to the UFC might happen if she can make that 145. Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, there was one.
That doesn't count. That's World Series of Fighting. We're talking about PFL. I understand they came from the World Series, but stop it with your stupidity before I fucking ban you from my chat because you're making me so fucking triggered. By the way, I was in a boxing chat room today, and I got banned instantly.
Why?
Instantly, Jesse, for asking a man why he is
yelling. He said, "What are you yelling about?"
Now, I reached out to this man, and we might collaborate now. And I'll get answers when I drag his ass.
You still talked mad shit about him on Twitter.
I talked a lot of shit, but you know what? We're going to drag him on, and we're going to get the answers. I'm going to pretend I'm a nice guy, Jesse, through DM, and then I'm going to fucking drag him through the mud over here. This son of a bitch. Let me tell you what this man said. This man, you see these angry eyes? Look at how...
Angry eyes.
This man thinks that all MMA fans are Brendan Schaub fans. Like Brendan Schaub is this spokesperson for MMA fans. Is this guy fucking out of his mind? Is this guy, what the hell, what kind of drugs is this human being doing? No MMA fans like Brendan Schaub. No one. And if they do, they're hiding in a closet that they don't want to come out of. There's no way anyone likes Brendan Schaub, right? The hell? What's up with boxing people out there?
But that's the thing, if they don't know what they're talking about, the only name they've ever heard of in MMA world is Brendan Schaub, so they think he's like our god. If
you walk into, like just stroll into a boxing community YouTube channel, a chat room, they will ban you immediately if you just say MMA. They think you're the devil. I feel that boxing fans are very intimidated by mixed martial arts. I feel that they realize that UFC is on the rise and boxing is pretty much dog shit right now. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Boxing is hot trash right now. It is. And the sweet science, if it wasn't for the sweet science, there would be no UFC, there would be no MMA. I get it. You know, the mixture of combat. But let's pump the brakes here. A sport that's been around for 100 years. This other little sport that's been around for what? How many years the UFC been around? 20 some odd years? 30 years? How many years? Something like that? Under 40 years?
Why does Lizard King keep getting timed out?
I don't know. He's from the IP2 network.
Every time I look in there,
I don't know.
He's getting timed out by someone.
I don't understand why boxing fans are 25 years. Thank you, Mike H. Only 25 years. Could you imagine? Or just jump into your time machines. When MMA, when the UFC hits 100 years, they are going to blow right past boxing. Boxing has peaked already. I mean, they're resorting into Mike Tyson fighting Roy Jones Jr. at pushing 60 years old. It's crazy, man. It's good to be on the winning team. It's good to be part of the MMA community because boxing is done. I'm saying it here. I'm saying it now. There's nothing you can say that can convince me that boxing can bounce back and overpower MMA in the long run.
Nothing you can do.
And Jesse's going to sing about it. Ready?
So keep holding on.
That's right.
That's
right, boxing fans.
Just stay strong.
What you going to do, boxing fans?
'Cause you know I'm here for you.
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can say, nothing you can do.
Nothing.
There's no other way to go.
Okay, what are you singing now? I kind of have no idea what you're singing.
Okay.
What are you singing?
Who sings that, guys? Name that song.
I have no clue what the hell she's singing. Jake Paul will save boxing. Now, we will react to Blades versus Lewis, which is right around the corner. It's next Saturday. And apparently the Mike Tyson fight will be hopefully not neck and neck, head to head. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But we'll see. We'll keep an eyeball on both. And, yeah. Okay. What else do we have in the news, Jesse?
All right.
Who cares what else we have, Jesse? Because we have 5 minutes to put on the clock. Now, remember this, friends. We are going to extend the show 20 minutes no matter what because the wonderful Sonosi dropped $500 weeks ago. But this is the last night of the extension. 20 minutes, we're going to go live longer. If you want to extend to that 20 minutes and roll over to following weeks, you know what to do. You ready, Jesse? Okay. Time to extend the show with 4 minutes and 56 seconds on the clock. If we get nothing, no donations, that's fine. You still get 20 minutes. But if you want to go longer and you want more phone calls, you got to donate.
Wonderful.
Okay, now you can give me the story, Jess.
According to MMA Junkies Farrah Hannon, what do you like to call her, Moss? Oh.
Please, I'm begging you, don't ever buy another UFC pay-per-view again.
That is another 50 fucking minutes from Mark!
I don't want your money. Pussies.
Look
I
out!
don't want your money. Pussies.
Boxing
Pussies.
fans
I don't
are
want your money.
pussies.
Money. Pussies. You're a moron.
Yes!
I don't want your money.
That's 50 more minutes!
Pussy.
70 minutes!
I don't
give a fuck.
Wow.
Points JBH. No wait, save the show. And fuck you, Evil Bill.
Damn. How about that, Uncle Mark?
Fuck Evil Bill. Let's go, Uncle Marker. That puts us at an hour and 10 minutes, Moss.
Thank you so much, Uncle Mark, for doing that. That's extraordinarily generous, and you are wonderful. Whew. I need a cold shower after that. By the way, we're live on Facebook. We have one person watching on our business page. So if you'd like to like the MMA Holes on Facebook, which we're just going to stream on both for now on. I don't know why. Just because we can.
Yeah. Moss, did you know
What?
that we are great walk the dog content?
You know, that's what we aim for. When you're
Uncle Whiskey says,
bending over and picking up that dung with your hand in that bag and it's crumpling around those nuggets and you flip the bag in your earballs, we keep you entertained.
earballs?
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Come on, get loud, MMA-HOLES in the crowd. Come on, get loud, MMA-HOLES holes in the crowd.
Uncle Savage.
MMA holes in the crowd.
Yeah.
MMA holes in the crowd.
We're going long
MMA
tonight,
holes
baby.
in the crowd.
We're going deep.
Save the show. Stop dropping valves and making noises or whatever that MMA guru retard said.
You know what? We'll play that.
Retard.
We'll play that in the bonus round. You'll get a good kick out of that. What a fucking knucklehead that guy is. We'll have some fun with that.
I didn't even understand what he was saying, to be quite honest.
We'll give him his 5 minutes of fame. I love it. I love watching people quiver when they see the MMA Holes name in their chat. Like,
You know what's funny is we didn't even do anything to the guy. Like,
well,
never had a beef with him, never did anything to him.
we haven't quite said very nice things about.
Well, you haven't said nice things. I am a peach.
Please, I'm begging
Oh,
you.
shit!
Don't ever buy another UFC pay-per-view again.
What the? Oh my goodness! Now it's Evil Bill.
I don't want your money.
150 left.
Pussies.
$50.
I don't want your money.
Pussies.
Come on.
Pussies.
Evil Bill going crazy.
I don't want your money.
Damn it!
Money.
This is insane.
Pussies.
You're a moron. I don't want your money.
We're going long tonight, friends. We're going long and deep.
Pussy. I don't give a f.
Wow.
No.
Damn.
Fuck you, Uncle Mark. Save the Sal.
I don't know what to say about Mark anymore. I have no idea what to
You're
say.
too generous.
The guys, listen, everyone say a shout out to Mark R in the chat or Evil Bill. The guy's a stud, man. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Thank you for the extra 50.
Evil Bill and Uncle Marker and Drunk Savage have put us over the 2-hour limit, so we are rolling over to next week with 6 minutes.
He's throwing the MMA Holes over his shoulder and said, "Let's go, boys." Get out! That's D-Rest.
Save Kevin, he's from Chicago. That's reason enough to feel bad. Save the show.
D-Rest. On the second channel, the people put us over how much longer?
13 minutes.
Wow, what a community over here. We're going to be opening up the phone lines. We're going to be having a party tonight. 13 seconds left in the save, and we got an extra at least 2 hours. That's fantastic. So 13 minutes next week. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, my God. We're going deep.
Time's up.
All right.
Put the 2 hours on that clock, Moss.
We're putting them on the clock. What we're going to do now is take a quick break. We're going to play our song over here. We're going to open up the phone lines. And how about this, Jesse?
I know, Uncle Whiskey. Don't worry. I was joking along with it. Don't worry. You're
What's
good.
that?
I think he thought that I took it personally when I said that we're good dog walking content, but I was laughing along with his comment. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Don't worry.
At
Dude.
first, like when she originally said it, I was like, is she? And then I realized, no, she's
No,
not.
I was just like laughing along with it.
Listen,
Like, I
when
thought it was
you're
funny.
walking the dog, when you're driving, home from work, you're stuck in traffic.
Yes.
When you're taking a shit.
Yes. That's a big one. The
When
shit.
your wife is telling you about her day at work. What, honey? That sounds horrible. Why do you keep touching your ear, honey? Nothing. I just got this- What the fuck? The fuck? Uncle Shep!
Yes.
What the hell? Dropping a 30! Yes! Yes! Proper!
Yes. Rubber 12.
Like foot was a balloon.
It sure was.
Late but save this mofo. Hope you're feeling good, Mom. You too, Pop. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wow.
Aw.
Wonderful.
You know what? Hey, it's after the buzzer, but fuck it. 43 minutes next week. Thank you, Uncle Shep.
43.
Wow. I can't get over it. You guys, no matter what, the people in this community, the most supportive mofos we've ever met on our second channel, keeping the party alive. Thank you so much. And if you haven't hit the like button, you could do that as well.
Hit the like
Much appreciated.
button.
All right, Jesse, you ready?
Wonderful.
You ready?
Wonderful.
I can't find the graphic.
Moss, what's going on with you?
I don't know. I need to find the... Oh. Sing it, Chrome.
your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
No way!
Drunk Savage. What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
I can't believe you're calling right now. Drunk Savage, what's on your mind?
Not much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have a respect for everybody in the chat.
MMA-HOLES.
Vlad's one of them. Kevin from Chicago. AMH, I mean the knitter.
I'm just enjoying this.
I can hear you.
Hi, this is Billy.
We have Sean Hart.
Hey there, what? What's up, man?
What's up, Pulse?
Oh, it's Justin Jr.
Fuck you, Chrome.
Gaylord. RX.
Mark Rowe, Heavy Mike Rowe, D-Russ, Sean Man, Vigo, Big Bob, Basically Dragon White, Nick C, Vigo, Southern Country Down, Shannon Stewart, Rogelio, Benjamin, CC 2.0, Peter Phillies,
Jeremiah. Hey, Lee W. Michael Angelo. MMA-HOLES. Man, what a wonderful, wonderful community.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, I feel it. I feel good. I feel sexy. I feel swole. He said later slap this. All
I
right.
like biting your shoulder.
I know. I had to go to the bathroom and wipe your face off my shoulder, too.
What?
Nah, that's all right. I still love you, Jesse. You're the best.
I spit on you.
Yeah.
I spit on you. All right, guys, drop the ones in the chat if you are ready for some incoming phone calls.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, 516-522-0267. Call the show. Let us know what you think about the fights this weekend.
Jesus Christ.
716, you're live with the MMA-HOLES. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Gah!
Who is it? Who is this? Oh, Sonosi.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I'm hurt. I'm never donating 500 again. Fuck you guys.
Look what you did, Jesse.
Sonosi.
How you doing, Sonos?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes. What do you think about us doing Monday shows an hour earlier? Is that cool with you?
It's weird.
It is, right? Yeah, it is weird. Should we go back to the other time? What do you think?
Test it for a little bit, see how it is. I can't complain.
Okay.
Listen, it was just a mistake. We're going back to regular time next week.
We'll see. We'll see.
Hey, actually, just put it as a community post, if anything, and just have everyone vote on it. But obviously, the members are more important for that.
That's a good idea.
Not bad. Not bad thinking there, Sonos.
But yeah, speaking of events that happened, oh my God, I cannot believe poor Felder got his ass kicked, but he held on. I didn't think no one was going to get finished in that fight. I didn't have a winner for that fight because I really didn't care, to be honest.
You didn't care about Felder versus RDA?
Okay, let me put it this way. I didn't care who won. I didn't really have a person to pick.
You didn't have a horse in the race.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the term I was looking for.
That's right.
There was no one I was invested in.
Yes.
So really, I didn't really care which way it went.
You just wanted to see a good fight, a nice scrap.
And I did get a good fight for the most part.
Yes.
You know what? The way I kind of expected. RDA should stick to lightweight. I mean, like it was mentioned by Gilbert or whatever that fucking Twitter account is. Basically, yeah, he's barely in the top 10 for welterweight. He's definitely a top 5 for lightweight.
100%. Now that he said he actually had an easy time cutting weight no weight cut's easy, but an easier time. Maybe he found the formula. He was having a tough time when he was a champion. If he can walk around, like he says, closer to weight and live a healthier lifestyle, he has a very good shot at making a run. And a healthy weight cut RDA 155 is dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
Yeah, and right now, if you look at the current roster of champions, we only have a few champions that are actually in the younger side of it. We have a lot of them are in older right now, which is surprising to me. I mean, Jan is, I think he's RD's age or just slightly older. I think he's like 36, 37, Jan.
Yeah, Jan I think is 37 if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I could look, but I'm lazy.
And I know Stipe is getting towards 40.
Yes, Stipe is I think 38. I want to say somewhere around there.
Stipe.
So the point is, age don't mean shit if you're a top tier athlete and you're doing. And then you got freaks like Romero, even though he's not a champion, but examples like that right there. I mean, before that you had DC, who was heavyweight champion for a little bit.
When you have
lightweight.
Yeah, when you have the mixture, and look at Glover. Yeah, when you have the mixture of you can stand and bang and you could drag him to the ground, you have all the tools that you need to compete, and you're not a one-trick pony. I don't think age is as much of a factor when it comes to fighters like that. I really don't. There is
a factor. There is one factor I think that's coming to age. You cannot afford. I think if you're a stand-up specialist, I don't think you could age is starts to kick you in the ass.
Yes.
You got people like, Stipe is well-rounded, so he can afford to do that, and it's heavyweight, so let's be honest, that it's a different tier of setups, so you don't have to have everyone worried about. Everyone's going to take their head off in heavyweight regardless, but they're not the most athletic people, and Correct. Everyone has power.
That's why if a guy like Khabib actually stuck around and just kept on mowing through people, this guy could probably fight until he's 40 and smash every single record possible. If he stayed at 155, he would break every record in the world. Like, it would be insane what Khabib can do if he stayed at 155 and just kept on smashing. His fighting style.
I agree. Wrestlers seem to be the ones. It used to be. It's kind of always been a contest of who's better, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or wrestlers. I think to an extent it's been shown wrestlers have held on the longest. So yeah, I think if Khabib never made a promise to his dad, say if he was more ambitious of his own person, I know that sounds shitty, but okay, I'll fight as long as I can. Then yeah, he could have went to about to hit 40 like how DC's original idea was, and then retire, and he probably would go undefeated. If not, he'd be pretty close. Yeah, he would have. It would be something else. It really would. But unfortunately, we're not going to see that. Maybe we'll see one more, and that's it. Anything else? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, I said anything else on your mind? Oh yes, there is one more thing. The whole thing got to mention because the whole Conor and RDA thing. There's some legitimacy for it because he mentioned. RDA mentioned it during the thing. Him and right now in this current roster, those are the only two people who are champions, and I don't care if people get pissed off in the chat. I'm sorry, your insurance champs don't fucking count. They're participation trophies. Mm-hmm. You're a placeholder for number one contender. You're not a real champion. Yeah, it's the truth. So I don't blame Gaethje when he didn't want that. It's not the real belt. It's not. Mm-hmm. It's just a guarantee I have the belt. The only thing that makes it nice is if, God forbid, something like Frank Mir happens or a Jon Jones scenario happens, then you're the real champion. Mm-hmm. So other than that, though, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I agree. I think interim belts should be thrown in the mix for very special occasions. Unfortunately, what the UFC has done of late is basically, hey, we're missing a main card headliner. Someone got hurt. Let's just, make this magical belt appear out of nowhere. I mean, they even went as far as putting together a BMF belt. Wait, hold on! Hold on a second! I'm triggered! I'm triggered! So triggered!
Yo Moss, that fat goober eats fish and chips in the dark wishing he will get to you level.
It's true. It's the absolute truth, and we'll show his fat face in a little bit. Anyway, back to Snooze. Don't make fun of him. Listen, it's right kicking a dog when he's down. I just want to know what's under that hat. What is he keeping in that fucking big hat? We'll talk about it later. Anyway. Clothing. But no, last thing I was going to mention real quick is with those two, if they fight, I actually, like you said, we were blue-balled into thinking that those two were going to fight years ago. So I think right now with the stage of they are, I would love to see this two fight. Yeah, why not? Like, why is there are people out there saying, oh, Conor's going to take this as an easy fight. Is that not the most ridiculous thing in the world? I think that's a very scary fight for Conor. I thought it was scary the first time. I think it's even more scary. He's got more to lose to fight RDA right now than to gain.
Oh yeah, he doesn't get anything out of losing to him now. Versus at least back then, RDA was a champion. Now it's just, well, if you want to do it, if it takes it, I'd give him more credit now than back then. He doesn't get anything out of it other than fixing a wrong from the past.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that's why I want to see him back. I want to see him fight. I want to see if he can fix what a lot of fans, ran from. The craziness that he had outside of the cage. His losses too. Some people were waiting for the man to lose. He lost the way he did lose. I mean, to Khabib and to Nate Diaz. Let's see if he could bounce back, if he could rejuvenate himself and have rewrite his ending to his story. I'm curious to see.
So am I. Well, I'm going to let you guys get going. I know there's a lot more other people that want to talk, so we'll give you a chance to talk to them.
All right. Thank you for being so kind, Sonosi.
Dankeschön.
That's Sonosi, one of the great supporters of the show. So the whole thing with Conor, whether you love him or hate him, you have to admit you're interested in seeing what's next, right? Like what is going to be next? I mean, the guy's, 32 years old. Some may say he's in the prime of his life. He has been shelved for a while. Seems like he's keeping himself in great shape. But what if Conor wins the belt again? And what if he does dance with Khabib again and makes it more competitive?
He will not dance with Khabib again.
All right, so say he doesn't dance with Khabib again.
Then he retains the belt.
Say if he wins the belt and he's like, you know what? I'm going to shut everyone the fuck up and defend this thing.
He will. Listen,
and then what happens?
He can't afford to make the mistake of getting the belt and then just giving it up again.
What happens? Well, he has more money than anyone right now, so he could do whatever the fuck he wants.
But
nothing would surprise me.
His reputation depends on it. Like, honestly, he knows it would be a bad look for him to do all this mad shit talking, saying he was coming back in 2020, didn't get a fight in 2020 because of COVID, saying he's coming back to fight Poirier. He started the whole charity thing. It would just be a bad look for him to win the belt and then throw it up in the air for someone else to get. It's already happened once in this division in the last few months. And even Dana White knows that. I'm sure Dana White and Conor have had the conversation already. Listen, if you fight for the belt, you at least have to defend once.
Well, listen, like I said before, he doesn't have to do jack shit. He's basically doing whatever the fuck he pleases right now. But it would be amazing to see him sit there and defend the belt. Now, if he wins, like we're all assuming he's going to beat Poirier if that's for a belt, or the next beat Poirier and then win the next fight and then defend the belt. Like, that's a lot to assume. But could you imagine? I've said this before. How many title defenses did Khabib have?
3.
3? Yes. Could you imagine if Conor's like, you know what I'm going to do? This is how I'm going to play this game. Khabib doesn't come back. I'm going to win this belt. I'm going to defend it 4 times.
4 title defenses, right?
How?
Because of Gaethje?
Gaethje, Poirier, and Conor. Those are defenses. And then he won the belt against a vacated belt off the couch real estate agent. No, 3 defenses. So if Conor wins this belt, right, which he already won before against Eddie Alvarez, a legit fight, beat a legit champion. Eddie was, he was pretty damn good at that time. If Conor wins this belt, okay, and then defends it 4 times, what does that say? Could you imagine?
What does that say?
Think about this. The man becomes a double champ, then he wins the belt again and defends it 4 times. Could you fucking imagine how pissed off the Conor haters would be?
4 times.
Could you
He'll
imagine?
probably defend it like once and then throw it
Could
in
you
the
imagine
air.
he defends the belt more than Khabib? It would be a beautiful thing for Conor fans.
No, I cannot imagine that happening.
Conor McGregor, I know you watch the show. I know you're a big fan, right? Yes, this is what I need you to do. I need you to beat Dustin, which you're going to do, right, Conor? Yes, you're not going to lose, right?
My foot was a balloon.
That's right. No balloon foot. You're going to beat Dustin Poirier if they throw this belt on the line. I need you to defend it 4 times. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But I need you to do this, because if you can pull this off, you would blow right past Khabib, and no one would be talking about that guy anymore. He'd be forced to come off the couch and try to fight you. He'd be forced to come back into the game. Could you imagine this, Jesse? Conor defends the belt 3 times, right? And then on the 4th defense, Khabib comes off the couch for 30-0 to fight Conor McGregor. Could you believe that story? What about that?
No, I cannot believe that happening.
But that'd be insane, right?
Improbable.
But it would be insane. Let's dream for a little bit right now. Say Conor beats whoever he has to win this belt and defend it 3 times as much as Khabib does. And then on the 4th attempt, Khabib comes back for 30-0. I'm writing the fucking storybook ending right here. This is what we all want, right? Khabib fans, Conor fans, this is what we all want. 516-522-0267. Call me.
Kevin from Chicago.
How you doing?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. How are you, Kevin?
Pretty good. I'll get right into it. How about this? Paul Felder sold out. Paul Felder sold out for job security for that cushy commentating gig. UFC needed a big main event. Guy pulled out. It was not Makachev. Paul Felder, I did a little, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. And that's what happened. He wasn't prepared for that fight. I heard people saying, oh, he looked good. This is the best he's looking, blah, blah, blah. He didn't look good. He got pretty much dominated the whole fight. He was getting outstruck. You're supposed to be this amazing striker, kickboxer, Muay Thai guy, crazy elbows. RDA was landing elbows on your dome. Then he got all wrestled on top of it. And I like Paul Felder. I'm a big fan, but he had no business taking that fight. He wasn't prepared, and it showed. So
are you saying
he sold out?
Are you saying he didn't look good before, when he was like during the week of preparation, or he didn't look good in the fight?
No, he didn't look good in the fight. He just wasn't training. You see, he was training for a triathlon. That ain't gonna help you win a fight against RDA. RDA is a freaking world-class fighter. You think training for running marathons is going to help you train for that? No, you need to be in the gym and put a 3-month camp in to fight someone like RDA.
Well, he did said that in his triathlon training, he still maintained MMA training throughout that as part of his training.
He was going back and forth, commentating, doing traveling to Abu Dhabi, this and that. He wasn't prepared, and it showed.
Do you think
it showed?
Okay, do you think if Paul Felder had a full camp, do you think he would have had a chance to beat RDA?
I do.
You do?
I think he has a lot better chance. I don't know if he would have beat him. I think he would have did a lot better, but he didn't look good. He just
what do you expect?
Outstruck.
I mean, what do you honestly? I think Paul Felder overachieved. To be honest, I knew he was going to lose. But I thought he overachieved in the fight. There were moments where he really took it to RDA. I thought he really stood in there. Yes, he lost every round, but he made it a fight. He made it a dog fight. You saw RDA's face after the thing. This is a man that's like, holy shit, Felder came to play. I think this is a fine fight for Paul Felder. He took it on short notice. Why are you killing the guy?
Well, he pretty much kissed his chances of winning a title away.
He's not winning a title.
7.
Yeah, he's not after
He's
the
not
title.
winning no. Paul Felder's winning no title.
What was he ranked? He was ranked number 7. He had a chance to make a run for the title.
No,
Instead,
he didn't. You're full of shit. No, he didn't. Paul Felder's not beating the top 5 guys. It's not happening.
He could have fought someone in there, an RDA, a Tony Ferguson, someone like that. If he gets a win over one of those guys, he's in the contendership. He's fighting for a title. He beats one of those guys.
You would give Paul Felder a win over Tony Ferguson?
I wouldn't put it past him. You look how he looked against Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker is world class. He's a beast, and I thought he beat Dan Hooker. I thought he beat Dan Hooker.
Yes, but it was still too close to really throw your arms up in the air.
Well, Dan Hooker, he's one of the best in the world, and a lot of people thought he won.
Listen,
people think Dan Hooker could contend for a title.
Dan Hooker looked great against Ally Quinta, and he's not that great, Dan Hooker. He's another gatekeeper. Stop it.
He's a world-class striker, and he can beat Charles Oliveira. He could beat Tony Ferguson. He can beat any of these guys. Any given day, Paul Felder, Dan Hooker, they can all beat each other on any given day, but you have to come prepared, and he sold out. He wasn't prepared for that fight. 5 days notice. Weight trained, he wasn't prepared, and it showed. He looked like crap.
Let me ask you a question. If Paul Felder did beat a Tony Ferguson, or you're saying that if he were to beat a top 5 to get himself up, the chances are the UFC is probably going to throw another fight at him before he even gets a shot at the title. So you're looking at someone like Justin Gaethje or Dustin Poirier.
They're still going to do the right thing.
I don't see Felder getting past either of those two.
Felder didn't lose anything in this. He was a 7th ranked fighter, but it's not like he's going to drop drastically in the rankings. He's going to be right in the mix. Say if he wins again, they'll throw him a bone because he took the fight on short notice. He saved the whole card. They were going to scrap this card. And RDA, by the way, who's getting no respect for taking this fight. If RDA did not take this dangerous fight, the card, everyone would have been scrapped. Everyone would have not been paid. So both fighters saved this thing, and Paul Felder would be rewarded.
RDA was training for a caveman killer. We're talking about Islam Makhachev, a freaking caveman he's one of the best in the world, one of those freaking young killers that obviously never gets his opportunity, and he's finally going to get his chance against a big name like RDA. RDA was training for a guy like that. This was freaking, he was licking his lips getting ready to fight Paul Felder, 36-year-old, coming off a 5 days notice. Oh, he was licking his lips. This is his opportunity. He's going to get right back in the mix with the big win over Paul Felder. So that's nothing. Oh, he took a short notice. No, Paul Felder sold out. He sold out his ranking for a commentating gig, and that's what he said. He was bragging about it. He said, I'm commentating on Tuesday Night Contender Series. I'll be commentating. Well, congratulations. You lost, though. You're done, man. Your title hopes are gone for. They're done for. I hope it was worth it. But I'll have my next point, and I'll leave it to it. Bellator, they have actually been putting on better, more competitive fights, higher class than UFC. You look at a couple weeks ago, Gegard Mousasi versus Douglas Lima. That is world-class competitive fighting. Then you look at Logan Storley versus Amistad, world-class. Patricio Pitbull.
Yeah, that was competitive.
I'm a big fan of Volkanovski. I know Sean
What happened to Pitbull? That was
but
really... What happened? Wait, you're saying Patricio Pitbull. How competitive was that fight?
Calling out Volkanovski.
Yeah, but no. What about Pitbull's fight, though? How competitive was that?
No, I'm talking about the co-main event, Amistad versus Storley. I want to talk about Patricio Pitbull regarding UFC versus Bellator. Patricio Pitbull knocks out Volkanovski.
Maybe.
Plain and simple. I like Volkanovski, but...
Maybe. Listen, Pitbull's good, but when you keep throwing cans at him, well, like, how do we judge the guy?
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know if I see that happening.
Dude, Volkanovski almost got put out by Chad Mendes, who's freaking on his last leg, barely about to retire. He got rocked and hurt by Mendes.
Okay,
he got dropped twice by Max Holloway.
Wait, what did you just say about Max Holloway? What did you say?
Max Holloway dropped Volkanovski twice in his last fight.
Max Holloway is arguably one of the best 145ers
and
of all time.
Volkanovski defeated him twice.
I mean, technically. Not really.
I mean, there's not really an
talking
argument.
about his ability to be hurt. Volkanovski gets hurt a lot. His chin is not the best. He gets wobbled. He gets rocked. And with a guy like Patricio Pitbull, if you get hurt a lot, you're going to go to sleep. This dude knocks out everybody.
Do you think that Pitbull could beat Max Holloway?
I think that's a tougher matchup, honestly, just with the reach and height advantage. But I think with Volkanovski, he's getting knocked out, and I like Volkanovski, but he's going to.
So you think Max Holloway has a higher chance against Pitbull than Volkanovski does?
The singer or the fighter?
The fighter, man.
Oh.
But you got to admit, Bellator has been putting on some really good fights. Competitive fights. I'm talking about the competitive elite fighting. I know you're not a fan of the ground fighting. You like to stand and bang.
I don't mind the ground fighting. I don't mind ground.
Versus Amistad was as elite as it gets. That's as good as it gets. We're talking about competitive, high-level fighting. Gegard Mousasi, Douglas Lima, those two
that was a terrible fight.
Two of the best in the world.
Terrible.
You complain about it, saying it's boring and this and that, but that's what high-level fighting looks like.
You don't
sometimes.
match those two
Chess
up.
match.
That's the disgrace by Bellator. They embarrassed Lima. That was stupid. They should have never done that. That was embarrassing. I felt bad for Lima. I was like, why would they put you in this situation? That's just doing your guy dirty.
In what way?
Because everyone and their mother knew Mousasi was going to win that fight. Just too big. It's too big.
At least he went up and tried it. He had his moments. He had his moments.
A for effort.
He went up there.
All right, thank you.
He
Thank
was
you,
searching
Kevin.
for
Thank you. That was very nice of you. At least he tried.
Is there two Sean Harts in the chat? Because I'm pretty sure
he tried.
Ann is not just trying to ban Sean Hart for no reason. When she banned that account, another account dropped in with a laughing emoji.
Wait, and banned some? Wait.
She banned a Sean Hart account, but then another Sean Hart account came in laughing. So I think there's two Sean Hart accounts.
It was unhidden. Sean Hart was unhidden. Okay. Yeah, it was unhidden. I know what's going on. What is going on here now? Why can't I? Oh, my goodness. Okay. We need to stop that. Actually, I could probably just do this, right? Would that get rid of that problem? Okay. Thank you for the call, Kevin. That was very nice of you. Yeah, I don't see the whole Bellator situation. I think they're doing a terrible job. I really am, and I want to root for Bellator in the worst way. The wrong way. The worst way. I want Bellator to succeed because I think the UFC with competition would be even more exciting. You know, other organizations out there pumping out some legit cards and bringing up some new faces, and even seeing legends go over to different organizations and compete and have, you know, great matchups and stuff like that. It's fantastic. But I feel Bellator has completely dropped the ball. Now, when it comes to Pitbull, Pitbull's very good. It might be one of another guy that we would love to see in the UFC.
I don't disagree with that.
But at the same time, to just say he's just going to destroy Volkanovski,
that's where I disagree.
It's tough to say. I don't want to. You know, I'm not a big Volkanovski fan.
Same.
But yeah, you can't discredit what the man's done. You know, and you have to give him the benefit of the doubt that he would have the right game plan to defeat a Pitbull. It would be a good fight. It would be a good fight.
What throws me off is that Kevin thinks Max Holloway stands a higher chance against Pitbull than Volkanovski does, and Volkanovski beat Max. I don't know. I know that MMA math
Max Holloway would beat Pitbull. There's not a doubt in my mind.
I know MMA math is not like a huge factor in here, and I do agree Max Holloway would be a huge competitor against Pitbull. But if that's the case, then wouldn't you think he would think Volkanovski is just as much of a competitor against Pitbull? He's over here saying Volkanovski's going to get knocked out, but he didn't even get knocked out by Max Holloway. Like it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
but
who knows? But I speaking of Bellator, what the fuck?
You have Facebook open, Moss. Take Facebook off.
I can't. I got to end the stream. So this is Justice Family, beautiful people, but there's a lot of talking going on here. I got to mute. All right, here we go.
Do it for an hour.
There we go.
Or 24.
24 hours works.
Necessary.
I do it 24 hours every time. I have to, or I'll go crazy. So and I love Justice Family. They're fantastic people. Okay, so speaking of Bellator, I want to give a shout out to Justin the Fort Sumter. It's his birthday today, so happy birthday, Justin the Fort Sumter. Hopefully you had a wonderful, wonderful day.
Wonderful.
And here's another reason why I want to support Bellator. As much as I got to be real though, like if I see cards that suck and they just don't do it for me, what am I gonna do? Lie and say that was great? You know, I can't do that. It's just not in my nature. But seeing friends fight in there or acquaintances, people that we met along the way, get a break in Bellator, I want to root for the organization to do well because it gives them a platform. It gives them a place. If they can't get to the UFC quite yet, at least they have Bellator to fight under the big lights. So I hope Bellator does well. I hope PFL does well. I hope a lot of these One Championship and all these other organizations thrive. So UFC has competition and other fighters, regional fighters, have a chance to make some cash. Because it's tough to make some money in this game. 90 likes, very abysmal. With 155 watching, please throw it up. Help the channel out. Throw us in that algorithm. This is our second channel, not the MMA Holes. So we really would appreciate a thumb up. Let's open up the phone lines at 516-522-0267. Yes, Werdum is in PFL. We spoke about that before the phone lines. I like it a lot. I actually like it better, him over there at PFL than Bellator.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yo, John Savage.
Hey, drug.
First of all, Kevin, shut the fuck up about Bellator. More competitive than UFC. They have a couple good fights here and there, but come on. I mean, that Pitbull, he was never going to lose that fucking fight. Let's be honest with that shit.
Yes, I am with you. Listen, I think Kevin's trying to stir the pot. He likes to throw shade at the UFC with their events. And listen, the last card wasn't great, but we had some good stories come out of it, and it was free. You know what? You're not going to hit a home run with every UFC event. It's impossible when you have an event every weekend. But Bellator, listen, Bellator is doing the same thing. One's rolling out every Thursday night, and let's be honest, they're not good. They're not good cards.
Not really. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd probably turn them off half the time.
Yeah, they have a good idea with this Grand Prix stuff. I'm into it. But look, I mean, like, I'm looking at the next card right now, right? You got AJ McKee, who's a stud. He's another guy that I have my eye on. The guy looks very, very good. There's like 3 fighters. I'm like, oh, okay, I want to see McKee fight. I like Aaron Pico, too. He's bounced back nicely. I like Aaron Pico, and I like Pitbull. Other than that, I couldn't give 2 shits about any of their stars. James Gallagher, maybe. You know, he's laughable. But anyone else, Jess? Could you think of anyone else in Bellator?
No.
No. How about you, Drunk?
I mean, Fedor, that's the only one I really give a shit about over there. I can think about. I don't know, the new 205 guy, he's interesting. I would like to see how he plays out.
Nemkov? Yeah, you're right. Now I forgot about Nemkov. And yeah, Fedor is not retiring, so of course we get excited about Fedor. But Nemkov is very good, yeah. But they're going to throw Phil Davis at him again and get ready to go to bed. Like, that sounds like a great rematch. Right,
at least like throw Machida or someone.
I'd rather carve my eyeballs out than watch that fight. Uncle Chrome.
Only Kevin would think a 5 feet 4 inches Bellator fighter would beat a champ in the UFC because they're the same height.
Thank you, Uncle Chrome and Mr. Personality with a super chat. Thank you, guys. Wow, it was very nice of you. Only Kevin, right? Yeah. Okay, that threw me off. So what were we talking about, Drunk? Bellator?
Yeah, the Phil Davis fight.
Oh, yes, and Nemkov. Yeah, listen, Phil Davis, he is a very good mixed martial artist. If you think about it, the guy fights to win. Sometimes it's not the most exciting things. He's got a lot of tools, Phil Davis. He's a strong, powerful man who, when he brings you to the ground, it's tough to get back up. But he has bored me to sleep so many times that I don't know if I could handle another Phil Davis fight.
Exactly. Like I said, like throw Machida at him or someone.
Yeah, well, you know what? Machida's another one who I think is a legend of the sport, but goddamn, sometimes he puts me to sleep too. It's like, throw a fucking punch. Stop wobbling around.
Yeah, true.
Throw a punch. Come on, dude. What are we doing here? You just, like, it looks like you're just stumbling out of a bar at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, what? Come on. Let's get some action.
Yeah, speaking of not much action, like the last fucking card, I mean, other than the and the main event, it was like, meh.
Yeah. Wait, what were we talking about? What'd you say again? The UFC, Bellator? Whatever. I just said yeah. Like
UFC.
Last Saturday.
He's tuning you out.
Dude, I'm telling you, tonight, I am so off. It's crazy, man. Like, I haven't been so off, and maybe I'm not hydrated enough. Let me sip on this water. Talk about Saturday?
You got that Biden disease, boy.
I haven't been this cloudy in a long time. I don't know what the hell's going on. I think it's my age. It's catching up to me. Maybe it's my mohawk. It's seeping into my brain. So Saturday, yes. Was it the greatest card? No. But how about that co-main event? How about that knockout?
Oh, yeah, dude. Chaos. Everyone was fucking doubting him.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's only fought cans before. This guy's going to fucking smoke him. Like, nope.
And the main event, listen, it was a unanimous decision, but it was a fun scrap. These two, they went nuts. It was great.
And people need to give Felder a little more credit. I mean, there was some good exchanges where he was getting the better of him. I mean, RDA won that shit hands down. I don't know how he got the fucking...
Phil Davis versus Corey Anderson. The NyQuil battle of the year.
Yeah, it's going to suck. You want Corey versus fucking Nemkov. Stop with the stupid Phil Davis shit. Sorry, Drunk. Sonosi interrupted us.
Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Felder. Yeah, he was getting some good exchanges on him, getting the better of him. But, yeah, RDA won that hands down. I don't know how Felder got one of the judges for him.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But listen, like you said, why people jumping on Felder? It's nuts. Listening to Kevin made me want to, like, rip my head off my body and throw it out the window.
I don't know. I mean, that was like a lose-lose for him. I mean, he does a fucking favor for the company. He looks good. I mean, no one really expected him to win. And if he did win, yeah, cool. He moves up and shit. But, yeah, lose-lose or win-win or whatever.
That's right.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hold on. We got Uncle Chrome coming in again. Coming in hot.
Oh, yes, the same Bellator that made Dada 5000 versus Kimbo a main event. Where the winner won that fight due to not hitting his opponent but because his opponent had a heart attack. What a shit show Bellator is.
In fairness, though, I love that fight. That is so...
right, that's MMA gold.
Yeah, it's so rewatchable. Like, everyone, like, makes the joke about that fight, but I could watch that. Like, if someone was saying, hey, man, we're going to have a couple of beers and watch that fight again. Yes. Actually, we should do a Fight Buddies to that fight, Jess. Do you remember that fight?
Yeah.
Kimbo and Dada? It was amazing. Did you ever see it?
Yeah, I saw a replay of it. I never watched it.
Was it one of your retro things where we made you to watch it? I think Max did.
I don't think I vlogged it.
Oh God.
But I did rewatch it.
Such a great fight. The best. Greatest fight of all time.
Yeah, go on early this Saturday and watch that before the main card or something.
You know what's funny? So Bellator, gets a rap for, like we're saying, it sucks, it's boring. But that fight was so ridiculous, yet we're still talking about it. So Bellator did something right there, if you really think about it. It was so bad it was good. That's how I look at it. Okay.
What fight would you rather watch, that or fucking Clay Guida versus Gray Maynard again?
Oh my God! Listen, if you put Kimbo Dada versus anything, I'm gonna say Kimbo Dada. I have to revisit that moment in my life because it's something that's like it's embedded in my brain. I could never forget that fight. I forget so many fights. That one I'll never forget. I mean, they were literally keeling over. It was hysterical. Like they were just falling all over each other. It was great.
Yeah, and all right, this weekend's card. What do you think of Royville versus what's his name?
I love Royville. I want to have sex with him. His little Spanish body. I want to bend him in every different direction.
Brendan Marina.
I like it. I like that fight a lot. I think that might be even fight of the night. Royville he's a funky and fiery, and you got Moreno that looks like freaking what's his face from Superbad. That's McLovin. It's a great fight. Great fight.
I'm hoping fucking Alan Joban gets fucking knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Joban. This card is getting a lot of hell. Like a lot of people. I understand it's a pay-per-view, so people are gonna really shit on it. But the main event might be something that we may enjoy. I have a feeling both fighters are pretty feisty. So.
I mean, this is a pretty good card. I mean, the prelims, you got D-Rod versus Dalby, and you got Buckley fighting Jordan Wright.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are, on the big knockout of Buckley, but Wright's going to smoke him. Watch what happens here. Wright's going to beat this dude.
Yeah, Wright's a fucking bad motherfucker, dude. I think he's... And Buckley kind of fucked himself because now everybody's going to be watching him for the fucking highlight reel KO. He's not going to be able to do it every time.
I tell you what, though, if he does
it... Hall.
If he does it on Jordan Wright, that'd be really impressive. If he does it on Wright. Yeah, because this guy's like... He reminds me of like if Doogie Howser had a baby with James Vanderbeek. Like if they put those two together, it'd be this guy. I'm dating myself again, but yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh, it's Uncle Chrome.
Don't ever.
I don't know.
Let's see. All right, we have one more chance. We're live. I saved it.
You lost it.
I lost it.
No, I'm still live here.
Oh, I saved it. I fucking saved it.
I'm seeing the intro.
You see the intro?
Yeah, that's because you're on the intro, Moss.
Ah, I fooled you. Ha ha. All right, I gotta plug everything in again. Fucking A. What a mess. What a mess.
Yeah, you saved it. You're good.
All right, so I saved it. Yes, I'm a savior. All right, Drunk, back to our conversation.
Nice. Oh, yeah, fucking Hoist versus Shamrock. God damn, that was such a disappointment, man. The fucking low blow. I was looking forward to that shit.
Yeah, that was on Spike TV, right? If I'm not mistaken. Oh my God, I remember watching that at the Pigeon's house. That belt. That was a little while back. Holy shit, I forgot about that fight. Well, I remember it. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to fix some stuff here. All right. What else you got on your mind, Mr. Savage?
I guess that's all for now. I'll let someone else call in, and yeah, I vote 10 p.m. always. 10
p.m. Oh, you like the later time?
Yeah, I'm my proper drunkenness right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're a little too coherent for this call. Like we're not used to this.
Wait till later.
You got to catch up.
I'll call again.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Savage.
All right, later, Sapnos.
All right, bye. That's Drunk. All right, yeah, I had to fix it. I don't know what the fuck happened. We went there. Thank God Jesse saw that. I didn't see it.
I'm the frozen stream catcher.
I know she's just freaking out.
I've got the eye.
I had no idea.
For when we go to, even when I leave to piss, I can still catch a frozen stream.
That drives me nuts, man. So I noticed if we leave the computer on, like we set it up and leave it on, we're kind of screwed. We have to, I don't know. We'll talk about this after the show. All right. So thank you for hanging with us, and thank you for the 104 likes. We hit 150 likes. Wait, what's happening with Facebook? Maybe I should dead the Facebook thing, right? What do you think?
No, we're still on Facebook.
Are we?
Oh, nope, just kidding.
Maybe that's the problem.
Should resume shortly, it says.
Let's see. Yeah, maybe I should dead the Facebook thing.
It says broadcast has been
paused. It's not like anyone's
paused.
watching over there anyway. Yeah, that might be the problem. Let's see. Streaming. All right, it says we're streaming. Oh, we'll see what happens. Who cares? Yeah, that might be the problem. I think I'm going to dead that. Man, I keep on trying to find ways to...
Multi-stream?
Yeah, to get us in different spots, but it might be just a stupid move.
Wonderful.
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, yes.
UFC fanboys. People used to say the same thing about Strikeforce. Woodley came over, destroyed Condit and Lawler. Rockhold destroyed Weidman. Cormier become double champ. No one knew who CAMZAT was 6 months ago. Now look at him. Good fighters all over.
Yeah, so I was a big fan of Strikeforce, and I still am. I still think I'm going to end this on Facebook.
Okay.
I think that Strikeforce still holds up, and if you look at the people that came over there, yes. Thank you, John Hawkins, for the sub. I think Strikeforce and Bellator are like so far between, like it's not even close what Strikeforce was doing in what Bellator. Strikeforce, like when you would watch Strikeforce, they were bangers after banger. You would put on Showtime and strap in.
Wonderful.
Oh, look, it's Corey Anderson.
Corey Nipples.
Bellator has been putting up some completive cards, man. Proceeds to pair a former UFC title contender against a 44-year-old kickboxer way past his prime.
Yes, see Corey Anderson coming in about his last fight. Thank you. Listen, Kevin, I see what you're trying to do, but you're failing miserably. And I don't know what. Maybe you have stock in Bellator or something.
I don't think it's that. I think Kevin is a different kind of MMA fan. Like, he's the kind of guy that will go around and love everything, but at the same time shit on everything, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't think he has a set opinion, because his opinion's going to change next week, and the week after that he's going to say something different. So I don't know. I feel like maybe Kevin is just looking for ways to kind of
here's the one thing I'll give to Bellator. The one thing that I noticed with Bellator that the UFC wasn't quite doing was there was a lack of Russian fighters in the UFC, and Bellator had a string of Russian fighters that were actually legit studs, like guys coming up that looked like they were going to be pretty damn good. Even you would see in like the World Series of Fighting and in PFL, like you would see them pushing these Russian fighters out there who actually were legit fighters. And the UFC, for some odd reason, wasn't pulling in as many neckbeards as they should have. Now you notice there's a gazillion neckbeards at the UFC. And remember, Bellator was doing that before the UFC. If you want to say one thing Bellator was doing, they had a slew of Russian talent going over to Bellator, whereas the UFC kind of were like, we don't know if we want neckbeards right yet. So that's one thing Bellator did better. I will give them that. Other than that, nope. It's UFC is light years better.
I'm with you.
Light years better. All right. I saw someone put what's it called? Mexican martial arts and stuff like that. I like this. Keep on throwing these other channels in there and say which channel you think is better than our channel, because we all know the greatest channel on YouTube.
What are you talking about?
We have no problem. I saw someone put Mexican martial arts is better than us. And listen.
You don't think they're trying to get you to say something?
Just let me do my magic, Jesse. I like to put my troll hat on. Listen, it's not like, hey, let's ignore them. No, Mexican martial arts, you could suck a dick. How about that? How about that? You could fucking choke on a burrito. How about that? All right? Take that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck around here. Oh, it's so much better than your show. Choke on a fucking chalupa. You're not funny. You have fucking Sesame Street humor, for God's sakes. I've seen some of your shit. It makes me want to blow my brains out. Next. All right, you know what? Let's segue. So, since we're talking about that, let's go to the MMA-HOLES Twitter, okay? And I love Mexicans, by the way. We got some of our biggest supporters of Mexican. I wish I was Mexican sometimes. You guys have the greatest food in the world. It just so happens that your Mexican martial arts guy is complete dog shit.
Forgot to add, I don't think you should play the MMA Guru video. He seems like the type to pull a Fierceman and copyright strike you. In Fierce voice, that's my likeness. I have trademark on it.
Listen, let me just say this right now, okay? I'm going to play the video. I'm going to play the video over here. Okay? And what I'm going to do is this. If this stream gets shut down, okay? If you go over to this cunt's face and you fucking shit on his head. You take his fucking hat off and you shit on his fucking head. That's what you do. I am not scared over here on the MMA-HOLES. Now I'm going to play what this man said. Okay? This was from a friend of the show, Mr. Justin Jr. Go subscribe to his channel. He's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
This is a little clip, a little snippet. This is what this man has said about the MMA-HOLES, and I want to hear your thoughts.
Chick. The MMA-HOLES is that guy that watches the fights with that girl, and they just...
The MMA-HOLES is that guy that have watched this show with that girl. What is he saying?
That guy that watches the fights with that girl, and they just sit there and they make noises of vowels.
We make noises of what, Jesse? What are we making noises of?
I don't know.
Vowels? Values? What's going on? Hold on, what's he saying?
Just sit there and they make noises of vowels.
Okay, values. We make noise. So we just sit there and make noises of values.
I don't know if you guys know, they hide the chat from their viewers, but...
Oh, we hide the chat from our viewers. Don't look. Don't look, viewers. Nowhere to be found. Okay. Hold on. What did he say?
You guys know they hide the chat from their viewers, but...
Is this guy fucking retarded? Is his fucking beanie on a little bit too snug? You're cutting off the circulation to your brain.
Basically, the viewers just name vowels, and they'll say...
They name... What? Values?
Say them out loud. Coming for Joe Rogan's job, you know?
Well, we are coming from Joe. He's right about that. Well, how can we come for a job where we're literally trend-setting when we basically have paved the road?
When has Joe Rogan done this?
They have. I mean, look at what about this screams Joe Rogan? You fucking stupid fuck, sitting in your fucking basement. I don't know what's going on with this
Moss,
guy.
he's just scared. He's intimidated. It's obvious he's intimidated. So
He is scared. Anytime the MMA Holes name drops into that chat room, this man quivers in fear of our channel, and rightfully so. I'd be scared too if there was a juggernaut named the MMA Holes. Now, we're on our second channel, and I'm pretty sure we are almost at the same amount of subscribers as his main channel, just on our second channel. So please, Mr. Guru, sit in that tiny little room of yours and commence. Keep doing your show, and I hope you do. I wish you well. But don't speak too loud. Don't get too excited. You might wake up your mom. Anyway, back to the chat.
It's his way of flirting. Name the vowels, says Uncle Gozerian. Sean Hart says, who the fuck is that guy for real?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Casey Jones says MMA Holes. Trent says I'm actually Joe Rogan. Uncle Rogelio says Guru predictions are trash. Guru Nut. Pat, can I buy a vowel? Says Kevin Lee. Taco Slurpee says owns a fleshlight, 10 out of 10. It's different type of show, says Roberto. Mr. Personality.
Yes, you know, it is you're right. It is a different type of show. You are incredibly correct. It's a show of a man in a beanie just staring at you. Nothing. There is nothing he provides. Nothing. Nothing he provides of value or content. He just sits there and he can't talk too loud because it's too late into the evening and he might wake up his neighbors. I don't know what it is. Maybe, you know, there's an ass for every seat. You know? But let's be honest here. There's only one great show. And listen, people out there might say, well, you're giving him attention. Why would you mention his name? Why would you say this and that? Because we're out to help. Just like with this channel over here, we started this channel to pave the way for other MMA channels out there. So by us mentioning your name, yes, we are giving you your 5 minutes of fame. So here, I say, you're welcome.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you very much. What's going on?
Well, that's interesting.
What happened?
Drunk Savage, who is a moderator.
Yes.
Got his message deleted by the Google moderator team.
Yes. So this Google moderator team, by the way.
What the hell is that?
This is something new. This is something that is very interesting.
Google
has
moderator team?
Yes, they have been censoring the chat, the community. It's crazy.
Google moderator team?
Yeah, it's crazy. By the way, I was going to put a community post out on our main channel about a boxing channel that I wanted you guys to go visit. And they stopped me from doing that. I did it like 15 different ways, and they would not even let me post this on our community section. Google's crazy. The MMA-HOLES.com. We're revamping this thing.
What did he even say?
Who cares?
He probably said something. Oh, he just dropped the cheers emoji.
Yes, how dare you?
Are you kidding me? You got timed out for that?
Listen, the MMA-HOLES.com. The MMA-HOLES.com. Please, I urge you, check out the MMA-HOLES.com. We will have something there that will be the answer to Google's sensitivity. I'm going to take a piss.
Oh, what is this world turning into? Can I just ask a question now that Moss is gone and like the level of stress is through the roof with everybody? Why is everyone so fucking sensitive? Like, I don't understand. How come Jesus. Like, I feel like, and it feels like it's been piling on for like the last 2 weeks. everybody's losing their mind about something that's being said, then we get fucking DMs about people being sensitive about shit, and it's just like, it's like a fucking roller coaster effect. Now YouTube's getting sensitive about shit. Other streamers are getting sensitive about shit. K-Dub's getting sensitive about shit. It's nuts. I have literally never in my life seen such level of sensitivity in the last 2 weeks as I have just recently. What is going on? Can someone answer this question for me? What the fuck is going on? The bullshit is deep lately, Nicole. It is. Maybe it's like a full moon, or maybe because the holidays are coming up, everybody's stressed and they're just taking it out on each other. But this fucking culture of people just losing their minds about stupid shit. Like, someone could say hi to you and you get offended by it. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, what is happening?
I'll tell you what's happening. My penis feels better now. We will never fold to people telling us what we can or cannot do. We will never fold to, not being able to speak our opinion and just be real. There's a lot of fake stuff out there. There's fake news, there's fake this, there's fake channels. Many fake channels out there that have to dance around their thoughts and have to mold it in a way where it's friendly. That's not going to happen over here. We're going to be real to you guys and gals and give you our honest opinions on things. You may like it, you may not like it. That's fine. We could all disagree. But I am not going to bend over backwards for a bigger thing up there, that's going to fucking control us. It's not happening here. Not happening. So, listen, if we keep on getting banned in certain ways, we just come back in other ways. That's all. It's how this is going to work. And listen, what are you going to do? You going to be one of them or you going to be one of us, Jesse?
I feel like I should pity them in a way, like feel bad.
Imagine have to be scared.
Do you need cookies? I can make you cookies.
Cookies are nice right now.
If it makes you feel better.
But Mas, you're low-key racist, right? Though, like, what? Are you black? Are you Chinese? Are you Indian? What nationality are you? Pipe iron? And what kind of iron do you like? What kind of pipe? Like, what? Let's
pipe
talk.
Needs cookies.
Let's talk pipe iron. We'll open up the phone lines and talk to the people about some more MMA. But I would like to know what pipe iron. I mean, let me help you out, my friend. I like being called racist. I enjoy that because it's the furthest thing from the truth, but so be it. I supply pipe. Okay, you're one of them. Nice. In boxing channels, you'd be deleted. But here, continue. 516-522-0267. Let's get back on track over here and discuss. What would you like to talk about? We have a lot of MMA news to get to. Actually, we have more stories to get to as well. But let's hear what's on your mind. We have an hour and 8 minutes of wonderful wonderfulness.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
Uncle Champ says, I think Google just been watching ever since, been banned on other channel. No.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. They're literally watching everybody.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It is what it is. Matt Stone says, we know he likes pipe.
Whoa.
That is really loud, Moss. 832, you're live with the MMA holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hola, mi amo Pedro.
What up, Pedro?
Hello, Christopher.
Hello, how are you?
Me wonderful.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Me want to sing a song for the MMA hole.
Oh.
Okay. Yo quiero sing a song for you, if you permit me.
Okay, I'm putting a little effect on. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. You ready?
Yes. See.
If you go to jail and you can't make bail, you better have a cigarette or they'll smoke your tail.
Wow, that was amazing. What key was that in?
I think it was a C that he played there in the beginning.
You're making that up. Thank you, Pulse. That was beautiful.
Oh, God.
516-522-0267. Let's go, people. Let's give us a call. Let's talk. We got plenty of time left.
Oh, God. 843, 3, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yes, 88843. Now Moss is rubbing off onto you.
Wait, what? Is Mark?
Yes, this is.
How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Mark?
Jesse getting tongue-tied like you've been doing all. I tried to telling you in the chat, hey, start drinking, and then freaking Uncle Savage pipes in. And I guess I should have been more specific on who I was referring to.
Yeah.
Hey, Bellator, Bellator's got his fight. That's got good fights sometimes, and then it's give and take. But it's kind of like watching one of those National Geographic documentaries where you're watching the earthworms having a reproduction session. There's a little bit of wiggling around, and then eventually something happens.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. It's just missing. It's missing something, and I don't want to keep complaining about Bellator because we're getting fights on Thursday nights. We're getting some action. We're getting watching people beat each other up in a cage. Friends are getting shots at fighting. So I don't want to go crazy on them, but they got to do something about this. Something's got to change.
Well, none of us are as knowledgeable and great as the guy from Chicago. He who we do not speak his name. But you look at what's going on and you see the same thing every once in a while that goes on in UFC. It's how they're making the matches and all that. And you go and you look at the records of these fighters that are in UFC or Bellator, and a couple of them, they've got these really great records. They're not undefeated, but they're only showing one loss or something. But then you go and you look at who they fought, or you go and look at one of the undefeated guys that's fought, and you look at his record and you see where he's been fighting and who he's fought. Mm-hmm. And they're either fighting somebody that's got this, they're just starting out and they're just getting into the sport. They've been in it for a year or 2 or 3, or they're fighting a can. It's like a drastic one direction to the other type situation.
100%. Yeah, I don't know. You would like to see some sort of balance, and we're not seeing that at all. Every once in a blue moon, they'll pull something off, but not more lopsided fights than anything.
But Matt Stone beat me to it in the chat when you guys were on the phone with I forgot who the hell was on the phone. This thing in my head's starting to fuck my memory up. But anyway, the Val guy with the freaking AEIOU. I had those other vowels. He left those other vowels out. The AEIOUFUCK, and then I think it's a capital YOU. Fook is something like that.
I think you're right.
He got to add the rest of the vowels in there on that.
Yeah. Well, next thing he'll do is take phone calls. Since he started fight reacting after us, I think the next thing he'll do is take some phone calls, perhaps put some graphics on the stream.
Maybe some weekly shows.
Yeah, have some fighters on interviews.
I got an idea for him because I know he's trolling. Of course he's trolling because anybody that makes any comment about the MMA holes or not the MMA holes, the ones that I have watched or had conversation with in some of these other chats, which I've got booted out of quite a few because I keep spamming our channel on there and unashamed. But sure enough, they've heard of us. They've heard of you guys. They're trolling and they just sit quietly and they don't say anything.
Yeah,
but, hey,
it's great.
Let's get a 1-day tourney. We'll take the not the MMA holes team, and then we'll take the whatever the hell, the freaking Love Guru or whatever he likes to call himself team, and let's do like Bellator and just have a 1-day tourney and see who the champion is.
It's funny is he picked a very unique name. You go on Twitter and look up MMA Guru, and it's like 400 MMA Gurus. So it's like, very smart move, Mr. Guru. You're buried in a fucking pool of the same name. It's brilliant. Listen, I think that anytime the MMA holes is mentioned, whether it's good or bad, if it's in another chat, it's great. It's great for us. Whether we're getting bashed or complimented, I don't care. It's free advertising for us. It's spreading the word. So I'm cool. I hope everyone keeps talking about us. I enjoy it.
Well, Uncle Bill, Evil Bill said the same thing. Wait a minute, I am Evil Bill, and I had a multiple personality fucking disorder going on. But anyway, yeah, Evil Bill got that publicity too because he let the old girlie taste the hog sandwich.
That's true.
But a little shout out to Savage and the hoggage there, and the rest of you a-holes watching. Just great community. I love this community. I'm not what you call an expert anymore. I started out watching UFC when from the get-go. I started out from one. Like I told you before, I think maybe a while back, we were doing this kind of shit when we were in the military. We had these big canvas tents that we would set up, and it was like a Quonset hut style tent that we would set up, and we would have our own little matches in these tents. Not MMA style. It was more of a wrestling / it was pretty much whatever the hell you want to do.
You guys oiled up when you were doing this?
No oiling up.
Oh,
we kept
shit.
on boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. And but yeah, we used to do that type of damn fighting back in the day. And then when a few of us got out and we started hanging out, and once we started watching UFC when it first started.
Wow.
But then I got sidetracked and started doing a few other things in life and couldn't follow it the way I am. So I'm by no means an expert anymore like I used to be. I consider myself I'm not ashamed to admit I'm classified, I guess, as a casual, but I'm doing the best I can to maintain and try to retain all this information now. And hell, if I can't remember it, I got you two folks and all the rest of these folks in this right-hand column.
You know,
help me out.
My father has been watching the sport way before me. Way before. I would catch him, like I would go downstairs and watch him, between porn and stuff like that. He would be watching this sport, and I'd be
Kiss
like,
my ass, Deacon.
oh, jeez. I'd be watching him. I'm like, what the hell is he watching? This karate guy fighting this big sumo wrestler guy. Like, I was like, what is this? Like, it didn't make any sense to me. But at this stage of the game, he still watches religiously. He watches every event, and he's talking to us about it. But he can't remember half the events. He can't remember half the names. He just loves the sport. That's what this community is about. We have some people that are basically, know every stat, every fight, every fighter's name, everything. And then we have guys and gals that are just casuals, and we were like in the middle. Like, I don't remember all this shit. I don't know all the stats and information. We just all love this sport together, and I think that's the beauty of this community.
Yeah, I agree. It's wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
But,
Wonderful.
hey, shout out to all of you. If I try to name everybody off, you're gonna get pissed because I'll forget somebody's name. But all the OGs, especially the 7%ers, because I like it, the boobies, and that's all I got to say about that.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you again,
All right.
and have a great night, man.
All right, then.
Oh, there he goes. What do you think about that call?
Wonderful, wonderful.
He's a great guy, right?
Yes, sir.
Mark R. One of the best MMA holes out there. Great. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Okay, 516-522-0267. Call us up. We got 58 minutes left of party on a Monday night.
832, you're live with the MMA holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up? This is Manny C.
What's up, Manny?
Manny.
Not much. Hey, is it terrible to say that I wish Bellator goes under?
Well, you're probably not the only one, but why? Why do you want this to happen?
It's just I feel bad for the fighters, but it's just a horrible product. I mean, just all around. I mean, you never know when the fights are going on. I mean, other than I guess now because of you guys. But if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't know. I mean, I don't know anyone that watches Bellator other than I have one friend who does, and that's it. The fights are terrible. I mean, every card is more disappointing than the next. I feel like the Contender Series is more entertaining.
Yes, I'm with you. Contender Series is more entertaining. In fact, I think Sumo is more entertaining, but what can you do?
How much longer do you think you'll last?
Bellator, I think, considering it's with CBS Sports and it was with DAZN, it seems like it was with Spike TV. It seems like it keeps on landing on its feet. It's bizarre. So there are investors that are willing to push this and back this. They are getting big sponsors. If you look at the cage, Monster Energy and Burger King, and you're seeing all these big names in there. So they're doing something right. I think it's going to last pretty long. I really do.
Really? I just don't see. I mean, they've definitely outlasted what I ever. And Scott Coker obviously has all the experience from K1 and Strike Force, but I think this is his worst. I don't know if he has too many rules from. I think Viacom owns it. He may have his hands tied as to how he runs it, because I think this has been like the worst promotion he's ever ran.
Yeah, well, Strike Force, way better job, but he has a tougher situation in this case. When he came in, it seemed like he was taking it in the right direction, and then it kind of feels like it went south. The biggest thing the problem I'm having is during this coronavirus, it really is watered down. It really does not feel fun at all. Like I feel like it was nosediving before the coronavirus, and then when the coronavirus hit, they kind of like try to find a way to put it back together, and it just feels like it's missing something. So hopefully they can bounce back and be more exciting.
Well, I mean, like for example, like this next UFC card, I know a lot of people are kind of crapping on it, but it is this card that's coming up on Saturday with Figueiredo is better than anything Bellator has potentially ever produced.
Yeah, it's balanced. That's one thing about this card. It's pretty balanced.
Yeah, it's actually a really great card. I mean, Figueiredo is fun to watch because he's 125 pounder that can knock people out, which we haven't really seen that. Valentina is probably, she gave Amanda Nunes a run for her money. If not, I think Amanda edged it out, but I mean, she's super legit. Mike Perry, I mean, is one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC. He's fighting. Ted Means has been Ted Means started off really on a tear and then just has fallen apart the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But he's always tough. Cynthia's great. And the only fight that I'm not really looking forward to is Paul Craig and Shogun. I wish they would retire.
It's funny, though, that last Shogun fight with Nogueira was fun. I was surprised how much fun I had watching those two old men just fall apart and beat the shit out of each other. Maybe we'll see a similar fight with this. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Yeah. And then in the prelims, you got Brandon Moreno. He's always fun to watch. Lipsky is everyone wants to see her because she's good looking.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joban's not a bad fighter, so this is a solid card.
Yeah, think about Alan Joban, who I can't stand, but listen, he's a solid fighter. He's on the prelims. That's how like kind of stacked up this card is. There's some good matchups. By the way, this guy over here, Daniel Rodriguez, is a fucking stud. I completely forgot about this dude. It's the guy that came from Smash Global and has been destroying people. This guy versus Dalby, that fight's another fire one. So yes, well balanced. You don't have that big payoff at the end. You get two title fights, but is it the things that you're really drooling over? No, but the consistency throughout this card makes it for a fun night.
Yeah, I expect it to be a great card, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh wow, this really." I think this is one of those cards that will live up to. It's just going to be solid. I just don't see it not being. So it should be fun.
Absolutely.
Oh hey, last thing, knockout that I saw that I think most people forget. Scott, what is it? Pete Sell versus Scott Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Where Pete Sell lands a body shot on Scott Smith. What's his name? Scott Smith folds in half in pain, just throws the right hand out of nowhere and knocks out Pete Sell. It's one of the best knockouts ever. And that's right after when we had that conversation of best knockouts. That to me was one of the best forgotten knockouts ever.
Well, very
I
nice.
just think because it's a big name, no one remembers it, but it's one of the most awesome knockouts ever.
You think about so many fights, because they weren't big names, you forget about, but there's been so many great submissions and knockouts throughout the 25 years. You know, it's tough to pick one.
Yeah, and last Rich Franklin versus I forget which one, the knockout where the guy just goes limp midair, like just completely stiffens and falls over like a tree. I forget the name of the guy.
Those are the best. When rigor mortis kicks in while they're still in flight. Those are the best.
Is that the medical name of the
when you stiffen up, yeah. Rigor mortis sets in when I have sex with people. Like when like Jessie knows about this. Like she gets stiff as a board when I'm making love to her, right? Like no?
What?
Oh, forget it. I just want to see if she was paying attention. All right. Manny, listen. You said a lot. And we love you. We want to have sex with you. I want to have a threesome with you. But you got to go.
JB, you feel okay? You look a little under the weather or
yeah, I feel great. Just got a shit ton of stuff on my mind as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a fan of yours, JBH.
I'm a fan of yours.
All right, take care, guys.
Bye, Manny. What did he say at the end?
I don't know. He said he was a fan, and then I missed the rest.
Oh, I missed it too. It's a good guy, Manny. I like that guy. So yeah, what Manny was saying about this card, Jess, it's really like the more I look at it, it's not that bad. And the good thing about a balanced card is you can just fucking, hey, you could find this, the main card in certain ways. Everything else is free. It's good stuff. I forgot about this guy. Do you remember this guy from Smash Global?
No.
Yeah, you'll remember when you see him. D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez. He's a tough dude. This is a good card. Even the girls, even these ladies over here. Two purty women. You got Lipsky coming off that big win.
You want to go through the news first and then finish up with the rest of the calls?
If that's... Well, I mean, it sounds a little passive-aggressive. I mean, we didn't get Justin. Justin's got a lot to say.
You can finish up with calls, but I don't want to race through the news at the end of the night.
Jessie, you are the queen of the MMA holes, and whatever you want, we listen to. So, let's take you back into the news.
Wonderful.
According to MMA Junkies, Farrah Hannon, Sean Brady is out, and Bilal Muhammad now faces Diego Lima at UFC Fight Night on December 19th.
You know what? It's creamy. I saw that before, and I like it.
Yep.
I'm in.
Not a bad fight.
Bilal.
That's the Edwards versus Chimaev card also.
You know what? We got the wrong Lima, though. That's one thing. Bellator's got the better Lima. So, Bellator wins that, too. Okay, next.
According to MMA Fighting Newswire, Jon Jones fires back at Daniel Cormier, saying you lost your last fight and then quit the sport. Cormier recently offered his take on the debate while pointing out the biggest issue with Jon Jones being considered the GOAT regardless of how much he's accomplished during his career, saying one of the most talented guys you'll ever meet, but again, for me, bad drug tests eliminate you from the conversation. On Monday, Jones responded to Cormier's take while defending himself against accusations of cheating in his past, saying, with USADA, you are guilty until proven innocent unless you are the GOAT. When you've been winning this damn long, you remain guilty. It helps people sleep at night. People will remember I was accused of steroids. They will also remember that I was proven innocent and able to continue with my career.
Innocent?
Yeah.
When was he innocent?
No, like the picogram thing. He's considering that being accused innocent because it's not that he took the PEDs. It's just pulsating from the ones that he used to take.
Ooh, Johnny boy. I'm hoping that we can find out when John's next fight is, because this whole keep yourself relevant with social media type thing, he's losing me. John's starting to lose me slowly.
There is the new, or one of the new, posters for UFC 255 for Figueiredo versus Perez.
Yeah.
Two title fights. Shevchenko versus Maia is the other one. That is the new poster that the UFC has released, for the public.
All right. Listen, isn't it weird that I'm more excited about like the rest of the fights on the card than I'm more excited about just watching Mike Perry fight than the co-main event? Okay, there it is. Oh, that's disgusting. Let's be honest here. That's a really lazy poster. Very lazy.
Yeah. Very
lazy, boys. No good. Bad UFC. You got a card where people are already... Look at this guy. No Cody, no buy. Yeah, I'm sure the comments aren't going to be very good. Post is bad.
Yeah.
That doesn't help their situation where people are shitting on the card. Like, I'm trying to defend him here, but I can't really do it with this poster. Well, it could be worse. You could be watching Bellator, right? Yes.
According to there's no writer on this one.
No, it's a ghost writer.
So according to
Blaze.
theblaze.com, UFC fighter Jorge Masvidal says he may start attending conservative rallies to keep the peace after seeing the left-wing violence.
What the hell's the Blaze?
This is a little more political, so without getting into any political
The Blaze.
things, Jorge Masvidal basically tweeted saying, I bet I can get a couple of teammates that start attending these things, #super necessary, in regards to the rallies. And then he said, and I say this not to promote violence, to keep the peace. We are all in this together, #the resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
And
We
he's
are in this
referring to these rallies. There is a video that has been circulating about a MAGA man, who ended up getting knocked out by left-wing rioters, and he kind of got jumped in a way. When he was on the ground, he was getting kicked in the head on the ground. They stole his phone, and then the police helped him. And so Jorge Masvidal is suggesting that if he goes out with a couple of his friends, he could, kind of help keep the peace.
Yeah, I don't care, Jorge. I don't care. Like Jon Jones did it was fucking awesome when he was going out there taking spray paint cans out of kids' hands. Like, that was badass. But, like, Jorge, come on, dude. When's your next fight? Right? When is your next fight? I don't care about this. I don't care. That's great. That's great. Go out, make peace. Be a superhero. Fantastic, Jorge. When's your next fight? Are you fighting Colby? You coaching the Ultimate Fighter? Like, that's what we care about. You know what we care about too, Jess? Look at this. Whoa, what the fuck? Look at this, Jesse. Look at this beautiful comment over here. If I can get it proper.
It's upside down.
Yeah, thank you. I see that. All right, let's see. How do I get this right side up? I'm working with you, CC. I'm going to get this thing right. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, yes. Look at this, Jesse. Look at this comment. Beautiful.
Wonderful.
This show could be on primetime TV on ESPN. It's the best interactive show on YouTube, hands down. We love you, and we will fight for each other. You've got an army here, and we're nuts.
See? We are nuts. And this should be on ESPN. But then again, if we were on ESPN, we wouldn't be able to, like, say dick and penis and shitbag. So maybe we don't want to be on ESPN. But thank you. That's very nice.
Wonderful.
According to Guilherme Cruz of MMA Fighting, Zhang Weili's coach expects her to fight Rose Namajunas in the first quarter of 2021, so the fight should be coming up here pretty quick. He said, we'll see how things go with this virus, but I think the fight will probably be in the first quarter. We're training for a while here. It appears that her next fight will be against Rose, but nothing is set yet. Everything indicates that's the plan, and it makes sense. Everybody knows that. She's another tough opponent. I think Rose is more technical than Zhang's previous opponents, more calm and very talented. It's time to test that.
Okay. I'm looking forward to see her back in business.
Yeah. According to Danny Segura of MMA Junkie, Cynthia Calvillo wants a title shot with a win over Caitlin Chukagian at UFC 255.
I don't care, Danny Segura. I don't give a fuck. Cynthia is pretty decent, but I don't care about a title shot. I just made that up now, Jess.
That was beautiful.
What do you think? I mean, she looks like an angry bird.
What do you mean what I think? I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
It's just a picture of her.
You're weirding me out, man.
Okay.
Let's talk about what's on your mind.
No.
Look.
The UFC women's flyweight contender is out to earn a shot at the title Saturday at UFC 255 in Las Vegas when she takes on former title challenger Caitlin Chukagian. On the pay-per-view main event card, Calvillo thinks it's a two-horse race to the 125-pound belt, and she likes her chances of getting the next crack at the champion.
More importantly, Jesse, did you see what CC had to say? Look at this.
I did see that, yep.
Did you get to see that? I don't know if you got a chance to see this, but
yeah, I saw
can you
that.
just read this to the chat for a second?
No, I already saw it. You want me to read it again?
Yeah, well,
for a second time?
I missed it. I missed it the first time. Can you just read it again
the
for
show
us?
could be on primetime TV on ESPN. It's the best interactive show on YouTube, hands down. We love you, and we will all fight for each other. You've got an army here, and we nuts.
Thank you.
According to Nolan King's MMA Junkie, Bellator 253 lineup encounters 3 changes, including 2 cancellations already.
Mm-hmm.
This is a card we're going to be reacting to, so it is kind of important to know this. 5 fighters scheduled for Bellator 253 will not be competing on Thursday after all. On Monday, a promotion official informed MMA Junkie of 3 changes to the lineup. 2 fights, Lance Gibson Jr. versus Shane Crushin, and Ricardo Sejas versus Marcus Surin were canceled. Additionally, Mark Glover has been replaced by Jason Markland, who will fight Sullivan Culley. The 2 cancellations come after Crutchin and Surin did not receive clearance to compete from the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation. The change was first reported by My MMA News. Bellator 253 marks the second card. Gibson Jr. versus Crutchin was scheduled to take place but was canceled. The 2 fighters were supposed to fight at Bellator 244.
Okay.
Wonderful.
The mods.
Google mod team, you're taking everything we've worked for, motherfucker. We're going to fight your fucking ass. Midnight, in the field behind the 7 to 11 on 5th and 3rd. Let's rumble like in The Outsiders. I will go Matt Dillon on your ass.
Let's go, baby. Let's all unite the mods. Let's get all the wrenches, take them out of the chat, and beat Google over the head with the blue wrenches.
Last but not least, Guillermo Cruz of MMA Fighting says Ketlin Vieira versus Yana Kunitskaya has been rebooked for February 20th UFC event. 3rd time's a charm for Ketlin Vieira and Yana Kunitskaya. The UFC decided to rebook the bantamweights for yet-to-be-announced event on February 20th. Multiple persons with knowledge of the booking told MMA Fighting after Kunitskaya announced the news on social media. Vieira and Kunitskaya were originally scheduled to face off on August 1st, but the match was postponed for the following Saturday. Vieira ultimately withdrew from the card due to visa issues. Kunitskaya is coming off of a decision victory over Julia Stolyarenko in August.
Stolya what?
The former Invicta FC bantamweight champion won 3 of 4 bouts in the 135-pound class after losing her UFC debut to then featherweight champ CRIS CYBORG. Vieira returned to the win column with a decision over short-notice replacements Sajara Eubanks in Abu Dhabi 9 months after suffering the first loss of her career to Irene Aldana. Vieira is 5-1 in the UFC with wins over Kat Zingano, Sarah McMahon, Ashley Evans-Smith, and Kelly Fasholes.
All right. How many vowels do you think were in that story, chat? I mean, there was a lot of vowels being said. Did you hear all the vowels? All right. So, Ketlin Vieira, Yana Kunitskaya. Whoop-de-doo.
Wonderful.
Okay, so we will be reacting to the card this weekend. Not this one. We reacted to that one. The big pay-per-view coming up. Some people may say it's not that big. But regardless of the fact, we'll be reacting to this thing. If you want to watch the fights, we have a link in the description. ESPN Plus! That's right. Unlike those other knockoff shows, you know what I'm talking about. We got ESPN Plus. They got our back. And we got a link in the description. Everyone that signs up through our link helps out the MMA-HOLES. Yeah. The Mandalorian's back. What will happen to Baby Yoda? Well, if you sign up down below, you can get a 3-for-1 package. ESPN, Hulu, Disney Plus. Holy shit, I'm erect. This is amazing. Link in the description. Now, everyone. Wow. Fucking guitar solos going on right now. Oh, I'm shredding. Everyone that uses this link for the pay-per-view. So if you're going to buy the pay-per-view, please use our link and we get a commission from it. That's right. Yes. Down below, description. Get it done and be.
Wonderful.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful. All right. Okay. Very professional. Oh, boy. All right, so we discussed a lot tonight. We got 37 minutes left of show. We're going to party. Open up the phone lines, talk to the people, have some fun, and really appreciate your time on a Monday night, for God's sakes. Happy Monday to everyone. Let's open up those phone lines. The number is 516-522-0267. Give us a call. We'll talk about anything. Pick our brains. Talk to the people. Express your opinions here on the MMA-HOLES. All right, let's see what's up in the chat. We got ESPN Plus through the MMA-HOLES. Thank you, Ann. That's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Baby fucking Yoda. By the way, how adorbs is Baby Yoda, for God's sakes? You could be the biggest prick in the world. You look at a picture of Baby Yoda and you're like, oh my God, I'm melting. Go Junior. Tango and Cash is on Noise. Oh my God, I haven't seen that movie in years. Tango and Cash. Not for this communist BS. Wow, that's something else. 732. You're live with the MMA Holes. What is your name and what is on your mind?
Justin Jr.
Well, hello there, Justin. How are you?
Doing good. Great card last weekend. The main event, co-main and main, basically saved the card a little bit. I mean, and me being honest, the prelim wasn't so great. All decisions, not really a fight that stands out. Tony Gravely fight was decent, but again, another decision. The K. Hansen McKenna, it was a decision, but that was actually a pretty fun fight. Strickland Allen, in my opinion, I thought this would be, this was, for me at least, the most, competitive fight on the card, or one of, and it was going to be a really fun matchup. Strickland runs through him, and that's now 2 wins in 2 weeks for Strickland. Really impressive. The co-main, Williams versus Al Hassan, we all knew that was going to end by knockout. And the main event, what can I say about that? Watching Felder, Hooker, and seeing Felder get held down by Hooker, I was just wondering what RDA could do with this grappling, and I won the fight by taking him down like I expected.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised either. Some people were surprised. Could you believe that 59% said Paul Felder was going to defeat RDA? Some people were saying knockout and this and that. Could you believe it?
Well, recency biasness is a thing. And the 4 of the 5 losses and Dos-Anjos 5, but you look at all the losses, to high elite fighters, and Dos Anjos, for me, I went with Felder at the start, but once I watched the Hooker fight for the second time and saw the game plan laid out for Dos Anjos, easily, one of the easiest fights for me to predict of the year, and Felder actually really over-impressed me with this performance.
Yeah, I don't know what Kevin was saying. I actually was on the edge of my seat the entire fight. I always felt that Felder had a shot to do something here. I thought he did pretty good, considering.
Yep, and what can I say about this week's card? Davison Figueiredo, at least for me, he's kind of lit up something new for the flyweight division. He's my favorite flyweight champion in flyweight history, and Perez, his last 2 fights coming in first round finishes, had that sweet arm triangle against Espinoza, and then, just chopped up the legs of Juicier. I think this one's going to end by finish, and I'm actually really excited for this flyweight clash. I've got Figueiredo just locking him down and catching him by TKO somewhere in the second round.
Yeah, this should be pretty fiery. I had to go back into the Alex Perez history because, honestly, I forgot about the guy. I completely forgot about this dude, and he is pretty good. I still favor Figueiredo in the fight, but I think Alex is going to make this an interesting scrap.
Yeah, the card isn't too great. Like I said, the main event's good, but, it's kind of weird when flyweight is the pay-per-view headliner, but it's going to be a decent card. I'm excited for it, and Mike Perry coming back with this corner. The star, Joaquin Buckley, a couple people think this guy has a hype train. He doesn't have a hype train. He got praised for a knockout, as he should have. Apparently, some people don't understand the definition of a hype train now. And, decent card, at least. Decent, not the best, but not the worst. And Roy Val, is on it. Roy Val, really fun fighter.
Yeah, listen, it's not the best pay-per-view. I'm with everyone. I understand what people are complaining about. But the only thing we could ask for is, if we don't have a good 1-2 punch with the main and co-main, is a balanced card. And that's what I see here. I see a card that could produce some interesting fights, good matchups. We pretty much know majority of the people on the card, so even casuals could be tickled in this thing. I don't think it's a bad deal. And if you don't want to pay, don't pay for it. We're not twisting your arm.
Yep, and like I always say, never say it's a bad card. Don't judge a card off its name value. Judge it off the actual fights. Take UFC 200, for example.
Yeah, that card was ass. But it was plagued by things, too, like people falling out and stuff like that. That thing was just cursed.
Yep. Well, that's pretty much it. You guys take it easy. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Justin Jr. Look at Justin coming in, spreading some knowledge, showing the adults how it's done here. You know, coming in, speaking fact. Anyway, all right, 516-522-0267. Call us up. We want to hear your beautiful voices. Yo, is this the knitter?
Yo.
How you doing?
It's Jesse. How you doing?
I'm doing good,
It's
and how
the
you
knitter.
doing? Listen, Ed,
It's the on.
I'm gonna put a whack on some people, and you down?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right, you want to come rolling with me, and we're gonna go rolling deep. You, me, Jesse. We're gonna fook some people up, man.
Yeah. Let's hook some people up. Gotta
Jesse.
do that.
Yeah, and
Can we
Jesse.
start with the one that starts with the B?
That's right, fook that. Jess, you down with us? You down? You rolling with us, Jesse?
Yeah.
What? How you doing, Ed?
I'm doing good.
We were role playing there. Me and Ann.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
Role play.
So, what's going on? What's on your mind?
Hey, I thought that fight was great with Felder and DA. Man, I was on my edge of my seat. I thought it was good. I don't know what Kevin was watching, but evidently wasn't watching this same fight.
Listen, Kevin, he's casual. Let's be honest. We figured it out. He's a casual, man.
Yeah, he is. That was great. That was a good fight.
How you not?
I mean, come on, fight, and the weight cut too, and this. I mean, come on. I thought he was going to pull it out there a few times, and man, he didn't. At least he didn't get his butt kicked all over the place and made it close, and it was an exciting fight.
It looked like Felder hurt RDA a couple of times in that fight, and RDA had to retool and revamp it. I would be. I don't know. Like, I don't understand. What does he want to see? Because he doesn't like the outcome. The fight stinks.
I guess.
My guy didn't win.
I mean, I picked Felder to win. I wanted Felder to win, but hey, he didn't win. But hey, he made it look good.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought it was
yeah.
a little closer than what the judges had it, but hey, whatever.
So some of those rounds, we were getting on that one judge that was, the 3 rounds for Felder, but some of those rounds I do remember being kind of close. We were like, I remember 2 rounds saying I could have went either way, But
yeah, at least 2.
I could see that. But I just don't understand how 2 judges have every round for RDA, and then this other guy's like, 3 for Felder. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, let's make it interesting. And did you see Felder's face? What did you think about Felder's face when they announced the first judge's score?
Yeah, he's like, huh?
Yeah. What the fuck is this guy doing? Felder's like, I have a shot? This is amazing. That would have been something else if he pulled off the decision. Holy cow, that would be crazy.
Yeah. Gingers are tough. What can you say? You know that.
Either fighter loses in this situation, it doesn't matter. The UFC is going to reward him for keeping the card together. So honestly, I don't think it's a big deal and that's why Felder's not retiring.
Yeah, they saved the card, definitely. They're stepping up and doing that. Yeah, definitely. At least, it was a good fight. I didn't think it was boring at all.
Nope. Me neither.
He stepped up, and just think if he would have had a full camp.
He thought this fight was boring, yet what's it called? Gegard and Lima was entertaining. Like, that goes to show. Like, what the fuck?
God, that was boring.
Yeah, what is he talking about? The hell, man?
That was boring.
It's crazy.
Bellator is a hit and miss.
Yeah,
it's a hit and miss. Sometimes you get some good fights, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah, I'm
rooting
for
him. I love
him.
MMA, and you guys, put it on there too, and so I watch you guys. But it's a hit and miss.
Yeah, if Bellator wasn't on Thursday nights, we wouldn't be live. Like, it gives us something to do. I'm hoping for the best, and not for nothing. McFarlane versus Velasquez. I know McFarlane's very good, but I don't care. I don't even care. They're both undefeated fighters. I couldn't care less. Bellator does nothing for me that makes me want to care about this fight. Like, it's so weird. I don't know. Anyway, it's so weird.
They're both undefeated.
Yeah, they're undefeated, and we should care, right? We should get, but I don't. I care about AJ McKee. I'm a little interested in this Thursday. Maybe he catches his first L. Who knows?
And I like the card coming up. Like you said, it may not be the greatest, but hey, what the heck? We get to watch it at the casino.
There you go. By the way, I just noticed this now. On the prelims is our friend Matt Bissett from CES. He's fighting on the prelims. See, that's the thing about Bellator I like. You know, at least we have a couple of buds. A Baby Slice is on there. Look at that. Oh, my God. What a card. All right, I'm sorry. So you watch it at the casino? Oh, Kevin Lee's brother's on this card. Oh, what fire. And he's right. This card's great. Sorry, Ann. Casino?
Yep, casino. They're gonna basically they're saying basically we're in lockdown starting Wednesday all the way till January, but the casino's saying nope.
Wait a second.
So at least we'll be able to go there and have fun.
Yeah, what's happening here? So yeah, I know Oregon's like no more. We're all batting down the hatches.
Is the casino on a reservation?
Oh.
Yes.
That's why.
That is why.
They're not governed under
but
state US law.
They did for like everybody else did in March, though. They did comply with that. So, but they don't think so this time, and they're taking precautions. So, and they're being safe as you can be. So, what can I say?
I have a great comment in the chat, and check this out. It says, Moss, get off UFC's nuts, open your mind, not your legs. 2 different fights. Well, how would I respond to this? What would you say? If you were me, what would you say?
Shut the fuck up.
Open your mind, not your legs.
Yeah. But what if I want to open my legs? I want to spread my legs open, air out the nuts.
Sense.
I don't know. And
that's true. You might want to air out your nuts in your butthole. I don't know.
It's a beautiful comment. I'm going to tattoo that line on myself. I'm going to actually tattoo it. It was well written. All right, sorry, Ann. Back to you. So the casino, are you going to wear a mask? Are you going to wear a spacesuit?
Yeah. You have to wear a mask. You get in there and they take your temperature. And of course they have the hand sanitizer and gloves or whatever you want.
Rectal?
All the stuff. And you can go once you get in the restaurant, I guess, and there's lots. You can take your mask off, and it's fine in there once you're in there.
What are your thoughts on this virus? I noticed a lot of people are kind of like, I think it's real, but at the same time, I'm not going to go crazy. I'll listen, but I'm going to be a little nonchalant. Like, have you kind of been like, it's not that big of a deal, or how are you handling this virus?
We're just, we're doing this safe we can be. I mean, we're not being, cautious. Use hand sanitizer. I wash my hands. I don't sit there and touch my face. We have to wear masks when we're out and about. If, my community, my area, I'm outside walking around, I don't have my mask on. There's, I don't need it. I'll step aside, unless it's like a big, huge crowd of people, which we can't anymore anyway. But, yeah, I just, I'm not sure if it works, but you got to do what you got to do because we're not allowed in businesses and stuff without it. So,
yeah,
of course, now everything's going to be shut down, so it doesn't matter now. Poor businesses, man. It's killing us. It's, work, everything. It's bad. I mean, they still do takeout, but make the money and sit down.
I say, hey, let's roll with the punches here, but I understand why people are getting antsy. And the business thing is you can't shut down the economy. I understand that the whole situation with this virus is serious, or what they say it is. I mean, who knows?
It's each state, it has to do with each state. The governor, your state's the ones that makes the decision.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter what the president or anybody else says. It's state.
Don't shut the UFC down.
I don't want it shut down either. It sucks. It really does. I mean, I take it serious, but I don't, because considering how many people in Oregon, they're making such a big thing of how many cases, and I'm like, that's because more people are getting tested.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the blue people don't like that argument. I've had some arguments, and they're like, ew, you are wrong. That is not the case. But it is the case. Let's be serious. That is the case. I don't know. It's real.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it's real. I don't think it's fake.
Yes.
I just think it kind of getting a little bit,
yes.
How do you say, more blown out of proportion?
That's right.
You had friends that died from it, and I've known people that, died from it. So, we don't know the whole thing about it. I'm just playing it safe and I'll wear the damn mask. I'll put the hand sanitizer on. I'm not going to be stupid and just be smart about it.
Kevin wants us to talk about Jews. What are your thoughts on Jews?
Kevin Kevin, we all know you hate Jews. I don't know what your problem is. Jeez.
All right.
Lay off the Jews. People have been picking on the Jews for centuries. Gosh dang.
I don't understand. He loves We learned about Kevin that he loves Bellator, hates the UFC, and loathes Jews.
Jews.
So
yes, that is what we know about Kevin. Yes.
We learned a lot. All right, Ann. Listen.
Well, yeah.
I love you so much.
I don't know why,
Ann.
but
I love you so much,
he's
Ann.
different.
Yeah, he is different. But let's talk about my love for you, Ann. I love you more than you even know, Ann. The fact that you've been with this community for so long, you're a fucking sweetheart. I hope that you live a long, healthy, sexy life with Mike H, and you just make a lot of whoopee nights together, just slapping the skin together, and just have a joyous evening.
Yep. Most definitely, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have a long life. Yes.
Yes.
I'm getting myself better and healthier. Yeah, I'm working on that. Yeah.
You moving around, Ann?
So,
What's going on here?
yeah.
Are you exercising?
Yeah, the best I can.
Listen, Ann, don't make me come over there. I'm gonna crack that whip. I'm an old man too, Ann. Listen, I'm catching up. I'm right there. I understand that the grave is very close to me. So I'm trying to keep myself alive. And Ann, if I have to come over there and kick that door down and say, Ann and Mike, let's go. We're getting in shape. We're gonna move our bodies. I'm gonna do it, Ann.
That would okay.
Jess, you in?
Yes. That would get me going.
All right.
I'm just sorry. I just been enough. You guys make me laugh. I'm glad I got you guys, the show, and everything in the community. Because let me tell you, if I didn't have you guys, I would have been. Never mind.
Dead.
Yeah, it just hasn't been good.
No,
but
Ann.
at least I got you guys to make me happy and funny and laugh at least for a while.
That's all we could do is just laugh, you know. And we love you, man. We love you. We love you very much.
I just love you guys. You guys are great. I mean, I've been with you guys a long time and love you guys and your stuff and everything you do. And fuck those other guys.
I'm with
Jealous of you.
That's right. Now, and the call is over. Anything left to say? Anything else in your mind?
No, just everybody. You guys are great. Love the community. Yeah, I give Boss I'm picking on Boss and the others, but I just have fun for the day. So it's all joking. Don't hate anybody.
Love.
Well, except for Kevin. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
You tell him. Get him, man. All right, and thank you for the call. And tell Mike we said hello.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. And
wonderful.
If it wasn't for the MMA holes, she'd be dead. That is the power. Do you see the MMA guru doing that to people? Do you think MMA guru is keeping people alive? We're like ventilators, the MMA holes. We literally are keeping people alive here. And this motherfucker with the beanie on his head thinks that he's doing something. We're keeping people alive. Whew. I tell you. The nerve of that shithead. 516-522-0267. Let's all stay alive during these hard times. Let's all love life and be happy that we are on the greatest planet in the world, in the universe. Well, we're in the world. Greatest planet in the universe. Right, Jess? What would you say? The flattest planet in the universe.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yo, drunk is back.
All right. Where are we at now? Are you a little drunker this time?
Yep. Okay, so they need to put me in fucking charge of Bellator. I swear to God, they don't fucking promote this shit right. I mean, they should have like a show, you know, like the UFC does, like a week before their fucking cards, where they follow around the fucking fighters during the camps and shit and promoting them shit. Because, you know, like, the reason I don't really care about Bellator is I don't care about the fighters because I don't know nothing about them.
They are trying. They did try to do their own version of Embedded, and then they just kind of stopped. Which is, I don't know, maybe they're still doing it, but I haven't seen anything about it. They should educate us on the fighters, but yeah, I wonder why they're not doing that, or maybe they are, and we're just not watching. I don't know.
And it seems like they only do it for like the big fighters. Like they did it for Hoist, they did it for like Tito when he first came, and like Chael, and like we already know about these fighters. Come on, promote your fucking homegrown guys. Let's get to know them.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, maybe the promotion, their marketing is shite. What do you think, Jess?
I agree that they could promote their fighters better, but in fairness, their fighters are also in charge of promoting themselves, which they're not doing. So.
Well, if you want to compete with the UFC, right? I mean, they have to do something different, right? They have these little tournaments going on, and I like that idea. But yeah, we're not educated enough on this, you know? Other than the fact that they have a round cage, and we like to see people beat each other up, so we just go there to watch.
And like, the media really doesn't give them the time of day. Like ARIEL, what? Unless you were like former UFC, he doesn't really care about you unless you're that fucking like Hawaiian chick who he seems to have a fucking boner for.
Yeah, ARIEL probably fucks her on the side. Yeah,
he wishes.
It's funny. The media, I'll see MMA Junkie and these other outlets covering Bellator, and it's easier to get press passes with Bellator, which is nice. But you notice their videos, they have no views, and it's Bellator's fault. It's definitely Bellator's fault. You know, they have to find a way to rebrand themselves. They have to find a way, like a niche that gets them going. I'd rather watch backyard fighting. What's that called? The YouTube channel?
Beefs.
Oh,
Street Beefs. Yeah, I'd rather watch Street Beefs, who probably gets way more views than Bellator on YouTube, you know? Like, at least they got a gimmick going. Bellator needs some sort of gimmick. I don't know, maybe have them fly in. Maybe, like, hang gliders and have them fucking or zip lines into the cage, Jess. Right?
Yeah, like fucking Singh used to do in pro wrestling, come down from the rafters.
Yeah. That's what they... Yeah, I want to see them fly. Or, like if you lose the fight, you take the body and you put it on a catapult and you fling it, like, to the other side, right, Jess? Right out of the cage, over the crowd, into the locker room.
Yes.
That's what we need.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. No, see, Bellator doesn't listen to us. Like, if they would let the MMA holes cover their sport. Now, if you notice, Robin Black is broadcasting their prelims.
Yes.
Robin Black's getting 4 viewers. Why not have the MMA holes do a live play-by-play to their actual broadcast like Robin Black?
I think Robin Black knew a guy. I think he had a buddy who helped get him into that position. Also, Robin Black has a pretty good social media following, even if he doesn't do as well on YouTube.
Robin Black happens to be a very nice guy, and the reason why I haven't reached out to have him on the show, which he is willing to do, is because I don't want him to get slammed. To be honest with you, I feel like
I don't think he would. A lot of the people who watch Robin Black are on our channel.
I don't know. Drunk, what do you think?
And they're always super nice to him.
No, he gets trolled a little, but I think he could take it, man. I
You
mean,
just want him to get
did
slaughtered.
you see him in his band when in the 80s? I think he can take that shit.
You think so? Should we drag him on?
Yeah. I mean, come on.
I don't know why you would think he would get slammed more
I
than
think
anybody
he would get
else.
abused. I think it would get to the point where it would be so bad. Maybe I'm
I think
wrong.
that's silly.
No, I'm not saying slammed. I'm saying he get trolled a little.
Yeah, but everybody gets trolled a little. I think it's silly for you to assume that people aren't going to respect him.
Okay, I'm going to reach out to him.
Yeah, I think he's got a pretty good sense of humor about himself, so.
I mean, and he's a very nice guy. He actually is one of the good guys out there. I used to troll about him back in the day, but he actually is a genuine dude. So, but let's be serious here. When it comes to marketing yourself, you want to connect yourself to a great channel like the MMA Holes, which has more subscribers than Robin Black, has a better community than Robin Black, and can actually push their product. If we work together with Bellator, we can make Bellator great again. Or great, period. It was never great. What do you think, Jess?
Yeah.
Look what we did for Triton fights. We put them on the map. No one was talking about Triton fights. Now COVID fucked them up.
That's a fact.
But they got a great organization. They teamed up with the MMA Holes, and now they got a fucking airsoft league going on.
I think
Are they back yet, or?
No, well, they were talking about putting something together, and when they do, we'll be sure to do something with them. But they have a great promotion, Triton fights. But there's a lot of regional fights that need help. Need social media to get going here. Bellator, MMA Holes will be mega. Mega, Jesse.
Yeah, maybe you should start reaching out to those regional promotions, Like, yo, we'll hook you up. Just give us the word. Come on. Pay us a little.
Maybe. Justin Jr. in the chat says, you shouldn't be saying this if you want to interview Mr. Black. I've said some horrible things about Robin Black. I've really trolled Robin.
But he does that. He's said horrible things about every guest we've had on.
Yeah.
So
listen, everyone's been
still
trolled.
come on.
It's not like it's not. I don't hate Robin Black and I don't hate James Lynch. In fact, those are one of the too few in MMA media that listen. Now, Robin Black's not my cup of tea. I'm just gonna go out there and say that. I can't get through like 5 minutes of not even 5 minutes, like a minute of what he does. But he's very smart and he's different, and I respect that. I respect that he's different.
And he's got his own character. He's not like everybody else. I like that he doesn't copy everybody else on
Unique.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I said this last night. If you can't take a fucking joke in this community, you do not belong here. So fuck you.
That's right. What happened with Google? Why are they timing you out? What's going on?
I don't know, man. Come on, Google. We can mod our own fucking chat. I mean, that's the reason for mods. You don't, and they're fucking deleting the stupidest fucking post that I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's like nothing offensive or nothing. At least not to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. They're being little fucking snowflakes.
Yeah, it's crazy. We haven't seen it. This is the worst we've seen it. And
yeah, I've never seen them come into the chat to time people out.
People have been talking about it, but it's just getting progressively worse.
I've literally tonight is the first night I've ever seen that happen, and I'm blown away by the level of sensitivity that YouTube is now.
Hold on, Jesse.
It started like a month ago. So remember that night where I accused you guys of timing me out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was them.
Well, yeah. If it's not us, it
I was just quoting a fucking movie.
You were quoting a movie and they timed you. Yeah, I don't understand why a cheers emoji would. I mean, Double Champ has never said anything that would be worthy of being timed out. One of the nicest guys in the community. It makes no sense. Yeah, it's weird.
Whatever. I mean, bitches. I'm gonna fucking drunk tweet at them later.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm looking into the camera right now, Jess. I think I see them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I see them in there. Hey, you. You son of a bitch. You. Stop it. Go away. Go to the guy with the beanie. Go to that guy. That guy needs to have his chat timed out. In fact, we let everyone hang in here. We're free people. If you disagree with us, we just go back and forth. We don't immediately insta-ban you like the channel that I went to today. Go to those channels. They're bullies.
Guru's not big enough for them to fucking even give a fuck about.
It's true. You know what? You're right.
Well, like 11K. Yeah.
We're almost there with our second channel. Guys, nothing. He's a dingleberry on my fucking anus hairs. All right. Anyway, drunk. Thank you.
Yeah, and stop fucking smacking Ellie, JBH.
Yeah.
I only did it once.
Stop punching Ellie.
Yeah, once on camera.
I've never done it off camera.
You know how many times you do it during the day.
I have literally never done it off camera.
Oh, you just did it earlier.
I what?
You did it earlier. You gave your belly a smack.
Yeah, once.
So you're going to come out sideways, I'm telling you. Your fucking vagina's going to look like a largemouth bass if you keep doing it.
Thanks.
I'm just kidding. I love you. All right. Later, time, us.
Okay. I like that little laugh you did at the end, too. 516-522-0267. 9 minutes left of show. And thank you for letting us go 3 hours. We shut the stream off on Facebook because we were having some issues over there. But I have to say thank you very much for your company on a Monday. It's a Monday night. It's late. And the fact that you're still hanging with us means the world. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-HOLES. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Now I know why you're shilling for the UFC. You're on their payroll.
What?
If someone uses your link, your affiliate link for ESPN Plus, and buys UFC 255 this weekend,
yes,
you get a cut of the check.
Kevin,
yes.
Where the hell have
We've
you
been saying this for months.
So you're nonpartisan. You're a shill. You're partisan. That's you can't be trusted. You're a shill.
100%.
We sold out. We sold out months ago.
UFC 255.
Yeah.
Come on, you guys are total shills for the UFC. UFC 255. Your big talking point is Mike Perry. Mike Perry. Oh, he's exciting. He's fun. Oh wait, he's gonna win just so he gets to get knocked out by Jeff Neal again. Oh, just so he gets to get his face rearranged by Vincent Luque again. Yeah, Mike Perry, the freaking bozo, drunken idiot.
Wait a second. Have you not been entertained in every single one of Mike Perry's fights? I mean, he's always entertaining. The guy's a fucking circus. How are you not entertained by that guy?
Yeah, I'm not entertained for $65 main card pay-per-view. Yeah, he's fun on a fight night.
I'm not forcing you to pay for this thing. You can get this on the dark web. You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm not twisting your arm. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it. But by saying what? Go ahead.
Mike Perry is fun for a fight night card. He's not pay-per-view material.
He's not the
championship material.
He's not the main event. He's not the main event. He's just a little appetizer. What are you talking about?
He's on the pay-per-view card. He's on the main card.
Yeah? Is that what you think?
The third fight.
Yeah?
He's on the third fight.
So? Are you not you're not looking forward to see Littori, little pregnant Littori in the corner over there, giving him an advice and patting him down? You're not excited for that?
Not to mention Caitlin Chukagian. Did she just get destroyed her last fight in like 30 seconds?
She got turned to glue.
I felt like she got destroyed last week. body shot. She crumpled up and she freaking turtled up and got finished. And
Okay.
there she is, right back in the main event.
Who wins this fight? Chukagi and Calvillo. Who wins the fight?
Who cares?
Who
That's
wins?
the question. Who cares who
Give
wins
me
the
a
fight?
pick.
No one cares about
Who wins?
female MMA. No
Well,
one cares
you are
about
talking about
female
it.
MMA.
But
You
Cynthia's a
are talking about
grappler.
it.
Don't you like grapplers? Cynthia's right up your alley.
Then all right, female MMA, just not my cup of tea. There's
No.
a few. I like Valentina, but I don't want to see Valentina. She's gonna destroy this chick. Who cares? Then you got
That's true.
Figueiredo versus some dude named Alex Perez. Yeah, maybe if Cody No Love was on that card, that would be interesting. But he's fighting this dude Alex Perez. Who gives a shit?
Okay, so-
$65.
So what
Are
should
you
the UFC
kidding
do?
me?
Should they cancel the card? What should they do then? What do you think? Since Cody fell out, what
You
should they
should
do?
call it down the middle and say this card's a piece of trash, and the fact that they're charging $65 for this is a joke.
But do you have to pay? You don't have to pay.
But you're affiliated. You're getting
Well,
paid.
yeah.
If we pay for it off your link, and you can't call out UFC.
Listen.
You're a shield for the UFC.
The
But
cards.
here's my thing. Where the fuck have you been? We've been saying this forever. That
We sold out
paid
years
off
ago.
ESPN. Like, and
You
the
sold
point
out
is,
just like Paul
and
Felder.
what you're missing too,
Just
Kevin,
like Paul
is
Felder.
that even after ESPN
That
started
fat check.
sponsoring us, like, Moss still had plenty to say about ESPN. So it's fascinating to me that you're just now picking up on this idea that we're getting paid by ESPN, but yet we're not allowed to like ESPN unless we're shills.
We are the same. By the way, I don't know if you remember. We are the same show that threw ESPN under the bus while being connected with ESPN.
Yes.
When we were having a million issues, we were saying, fuck this. We were going crazy. And everyone was in the chat like, no, stop it. We get paid by ESPN, yes. But this card over here is a well-balanced card. Is it the best pay-per-view in the world? No. If you don't want to pay the pay-per-view, don't pay. Go on crack it up. You know what I'm saying? Crack it up.
CN in the chat says that's true. $65. Yes. $65.
And we get about 20 bucks. We'll get 20 bucks off of everyone. Listen to me. If you pay, we get about 20 bucks off of that. Think about this. 65 bucks, they give 20 to us. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good cut. So just give us the fucking money, Kevin. When was the last time you paid for a pay-per-view?
Let me think.
Never. You never pay for a pay-per-view. So why are you running your mouth?
UFC 217 was the last time I paid.
So that was many moons ago. The 3 title fights. Many moons ago. Why are you complaining? You don't pay. You're one of those guys that don't pay.
The fact that they're charging, the people are willing, there actually are people who are going to pay for this card, and they're going to rob people, is a joke. And on the flip side, you have an actual really competitive good fight against AJ McKee, undefeated against Darian Caldwell, and you're going to shit all over that fight. Say, yeah, Bellator sucks. Who cares?
There
Meanwhile,
have
that
been
fight is
beautiful
outstanding.
cards on pay-per-view that have been between now and UFC 217, and you haven't paid for any of those, and you have the audacity to call this show and complain. You haven't paid since 217, and you're complaining.
To shill for this pay-per-view, $65 to watch this manless fight. You don't want to.
You're a disgrace. Disgrace to the MMA community. I banish you, Kevin from Chicago, for just cursing our lines with your toxic energy. You don't have to pay. We're not twisting your arm. And if there's a real shit card, we call it out. But here we are, during a pandemic. We're getting some fights. Some free, some not free. You don't have to pay. There's always a way. So stop it. 516-522-0267. Call us up. We'll take one more call. Please. Hit the like button, friends.
My favorite are the people who come in and go, "You're doing this for the money," and then completely make themselves ignorant to the idea that we've given far more content than the money we've ever made on this show.
Listen, when you make money, you can eat. I like food. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Just call me crazy. I like to eat.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA holes. What's the name? What's on your mind?
Justin Jr.
Hello, Justin. Welcome back.
Yep. I wanted to know your thoughts on Chimaev being ranked number 15.
Oh, you know what? That's a good call, Justin. Yeah, he was put on the rankings, number 15, and it would be very comical if he loses now. Like, Listen, the guy looks very good, very promising. We might be leaping too quickly. What do you think, Jess?
Yeah.
She goes, yeah. What do you think, Justin?
You know, I think you need to be ranked to headline a card, so maybe that was their move. But, yeah, I mean, I go by got to beat the number 15 guy to be the number 15 guy. And, yeah, I mean, the hype train started, but in December, Leon Edwards is going to expose him, you know, another miscalculation by the UFC rushing one of their guys.
So you think they're put him up too quick? Yeah, Leon is tough. I'm with you. I think Leon's going to get it done, but I want to see KHAMZAT do good. It's good for all of us if he does good.
Yeah, I mean, he's fun to watch. He's got the power. He's got the wrestling, but you got people saying he's going to whoop Leon. I mean, what? Because the guy beat no takedown defense, John Phillips, Rise McKee, who we saw how horrible he was last weekend, and then at best, I'll say a UFC vet, Gerald Mearshart. I mean, come on, the UFC will be pulling for him to win, but it ain't gonna happen.
Okay, thank you, Justin. Appreciate that.
Thank you, guys.
I like when he does that deep voice.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, thank you, guys. That's Justin Jr. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel, and we made an appearance over there. So, you know, go check him out. Justin Jr. He'll drop in the chat, I'm sure.
The MMA Genie.
The MMA Genie. Very nice friend of the show. So, listen, we are on our second channel. It is a Monday night, and the fact that we still have 120 people watching our lonely little MMA channel over here, second channel, it really means a lot. So thank you to each and every one that participated in tonight's stream, whether you watched on your couch, whether you hit the like button or whatever. Stop that clock. Any way you participated, whether you disliked it. I appreciate all your company tonight. It really means a lot to us. This is our living. This is something that we love. We truly love the sport, and the fact that we get to share it with the people over there, this is something that we can do to pay the bills is great. It really is. It's something really special, and it's a dream come true. So thank you to you, the community, for making this all happen. We appreciate it, and we're going to take you for many more years down the road. We'll be back on the main channel at the end of December, just in time for Mr. Conor McGregor. So that's going to be exciting stuff. Jesse, you want to add anything to this spectacular show?
I think you pretty much summed it up, Moss. Don't forget, guys, we'll be live tomorrow night for Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. I believe it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so make sure you're here for that. And I think that's it. As always, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.